Ready? Here we go. Looks like Dennis has won the lag. This is a race to 3 to see who goes into the hot seat.
Yep.
We just saw these guys play last week up in Fremont at California Billiards. They played in the quarterfinals. Really great match. Dennis snuck that one out, 3-2.
He did. You remember?
Yeah, I remember last year too. They played in the hot seat final, then they played in the finals.
Yeah, yeah. And Dennis double dipped him in the finals, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And then I was asking Alex about that, and he said, well, I just beat him over here. So these guys play each other every tournament. So a lot of history between these guys.
For those of you just joining us, and we want to welcome you. This is the Freezer's Icehouse One Pocket Challenge here. This is Daniel Busch, and I'm sitting with Trace Kane. He's one of the tournament directors, sharing the responsibility with Junior Flores. And this is the final, well, this is the top 4 players, right?
Yep.
We got Ian Costello playing, who is it again?
Ian's playing Josh Roberts right now.
Yeah, yeah. And Josh Roberts knocked Tony Chohan to the one-loss side, one of the favorites to win this tournament. But I just wanted to say to you, Trace, what a great job you guys have done so far running this 51-player field on 12 tables. Simply amazing how quickly and efficiently you guys have shuffled the matches along and gotten them. And you haven't even had to enforce the 1+1 rule or the 1-and-1 rule that you guys stipulated.
Yeah, no, we were pretty excited about not having to enforce it because we want to see the results played out on the table, you know.
Exactly, exactly.
We wanted in the back of everybody's mind, though, that, you know, make play move forward instead of just lollygagging around. Seems to have worked.
Even though we did have a couple of long matches, we were able to get out of here last night around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that was real nice. We're projecting the same for tonight because tomorrow, this tournament's going to be easy compared to starting tomorrow. We got, I think we have 2 spots left out of 96 for the 10-ball tomorrow.
That's just fabulous, fabulous.
So
96-player field. Phew.
So we're going to push through 96 players over 3 days in the 10-ball. I hope they make balls real fast and run out.
Well, it all depends on who ends up in the finals, you know.
Yeah.
You got Alex and Dennis here. I mean, we just got through a 3-hour match between Scott and Dennis ORCOLLO. Scott's a pretty quick player. Both of these guys, they like to take their time. So I think the over/under on this is probably 3 hours again.
All right,
Race to 3.
How can it get any better than having these 2 guys playing and watching One Pocket for 3 hours?
I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven, and we got spectators here. They're all starting to bunch up. We've taken a nice little break, and they're back to sweat this. And you guys are back in the audience watching now live. Oh, sorry, I turned down your mic, not my mic. Okay.
I'm glad you got the controls.
Also want to wish a happy birthday to the founder of OnePocket.org. Today it's his birthday, Steve Booth.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Yeah, yeah. 45 again.
Okay, well, Alex has faced a little bit of problem here. He was looking at trying to kick underneath the 2-ball.
Looks like he's kicking
going on the, he was going
the second rail.
Yeah,
here.
he changed his mind.
He's going to take a foul here. It's going to be -1 now. didn't hit a rail after contacting the 2.
He's probably going to be stuck between the 7 and 14 next, so depending on how good Dennis's speed is.
Oh, I see. He'll thin the 2 and come 2 rails around into that catcher's mitt.
Yep. He just spent 3 hours on the table, so he should have pretty good judgment of the speed. These are like 4 1/8, 4 1/4 inch pockets, very tough pockets.
Sure, especially with the diamond deep shelf. We all know about that. Now, Trace, you guys have proposed a 3-foul rule for this tournament, correct?
Yeah, it's 3 fouls. In fact, Alex's last match, he won the match on the 3rd foul, and it was
in the last match
against Andy Kuchar. Yeah. Let's see, Dennis took a foul there.
Yep. So we're 1 foul each, -1 each.
Dennis. Anyway, it was a funny situation between Alex and Andy. The cue ball was completely surrounded by 4 other balls.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so peculiar that Alex took his phone out and
took a picture.
He took a picture of the situation, and then he wound up winning the game on 3 fouls and the match.
No kidding.
What's he looking at? Trying to make the 13 and then spot the 13 up so that he don't have no shot on that combination or something?
You called it. Is this going in?
Wow,
what a shot that was.
I didn't call that shot. I was thinking he was going to...
Oh, you thought he was one-railing it.
I thought he was just going to make it up in the corner because he was putting his finger down.
Oh, I see.
To see where the ball spots up.
Wow.
But maybe he already, in his mind, had figured out he made that 3-railer. So you got to do something about this 8-ball because Dennis will have the 8-ball to bank if he just kind of rolls down on the 2 or the 6. He doesn't have a good angle to go into those balls and shake him up a lot. It's very hard to tell what he's going to do from here.
Well, I like putting him where he put him in the last shot, up behind the 2. But how does he get there? Does he come off the 3, 5, or 15?
15 ball.
15 ball. Yeah, you called it. And he got there. He's even tied up the 6-15 now.
Yeah, no, that works real good for Alex.
Alex will spot that ball that he owes, so he's all paid up. For those watching and wondering, I'm sitting with Trace Kane, and he's been a fixture in the Arizona pool community for, I don't even know how many decades you've been in the game.
Probably since about 1985.
Since 1985, guys. That's just over 30 years.
That's why Alex didn't want Dennis to see that ball. But not a big problem for Alex. He can give him this ball. He can try to move this ball out. The one thing that's going for Alex is that 6-15 don't go. The 3-5 don't go. So he can take a little chance here and try to move something over to his side. And he has a lot of room to get his cue ball where Dennis won't have anything to shoot at.
That was a very nice ticky.
excellent control of speed.
And by the way, the birthday boy, Steve Booth, is now watching. He's in the chat room. So you just missed it. We sent you a happy birthday regards, Steve. So we hope you're well and enjoying this match. If you ever want to learn more about this game, One Pocket, please visit onepocket.org. Be sure to register for their forum page and get into this game. It's become more popular in the past 5 years. In fact, Trace Kane, you did some videos, some instructional sort of. You took some videos that were matches and you redubbed. You dubbed over them. Tell us about that project.
It was a guy named Michael Oliver, and he had a website like learnpool.net or .org.
Mm-hmm. And, it doesn't exist anymore, though. Is that correct?
I don't think so. And he had some video from the 2011 California Billiards West Coast Swing that Lenny Marshall had done, but there was no audio on it. And we had a guy come over, and we watched the matches, and the guy synced up our audio to the video, and it was like the first time through seeing those matches. But it was real good because Mike didn't know much about pool, but he asked good questions, which allowed me to, dig into my knowledge that I know,
Yeah.
And I think there was 4 of them and they're on YouTube. They're under Saint Aidy, I think, is the
Saint Aidy. Is it AIDY? Saint
ABIE.
Saint Aidy.
Yeah, or just Aiby. But there's 4 of them. I get a lot of comments about people like, they were very informative they were designed for people that don't play a lot. So we answer a lot of basic questions.
Newcomers to the game. Well, these two guys, they're far from being newcomers to the game, that's for sure.
Dennis has a lot of leeway to do whatever he wants because nothing goes over to Alex's side. He could go off the 2 into the 7-14-4. He could kick straight into the 7-14-4 and go up table.
He's playing into the stack again.
Yeah.
How do you like that shot?
It's real good. I really think he's trying to get that ball higher, but it's just hard to do.
Yeah, because he's got that tangent line that would, if he hits it too hard, it'll send the cue ball above the stack. So if he hit the 7 and he's hitting it too hard.
Alex is just all defense here, all defense. It's just you feel like you can't even play, and the guy's just getting a stronger death grip on you every time.
Alex is on 1 foul again too, so we're back to both players needing 9 balls. What do you like here, Trace? I mean, there's obvious 2-rail kick. You could come under the 2.
Yeah,
you could take another foul.
What might be the best solution here is to kick 3 rails into the 8 ball and come off when you come off, you'll wind up by the chalk over there by Alex's right hand.
I see. You're not play it for that speed.
You're just trying to move that 8 ball out of there without completely selling out. And there's, Dennis right now doesn't have a lot on his side either. That 8 ball and the 2 ball are the real big open. They're loose balls. So if you can get rid of that 8 ball, Alex starts losing, gets rid of a lot of his problems.
Yeah, I like that shot. He's a little stuck, though. He's stuck. He knows the shot's there, but he's looking at everything else. He's playing your shot.
You can't go off of the 2 because you have a chance of scratch.
No rail again.
But he didn't take the. He was always going to take a foul on that shot. He wasn't going to hit it with the speed where he was going to scratch. Now this 10 looks like it might kick in.
You think he might go for the 2?
No, he's going to kick into the 10 ball.
Oh, yes. It's dead. There we go. Off and running.
So he's got the 11. Does he? I don't know if the 2 passes the 8. So he's going to move the 15, and looks like the 2 goes. Now it's hard for us to see how the 3-5 goes once he clears the 2, 8, and 15. But he needs 9 balls, and there's 8 in the stack, so he's going to have to open the stack up somehow.
Well, the 3-5 would be a great opportunity to do that, as long as he can play the combination once he clears those 2 balls.
But then you got to add a little speed to the shot. Now you're shooting a combination and a little more speed, and you lose a little bit of accuracy. So. Now it looks like what he's probably going to do is make the 15 and glance off of try to hit the 7 ball off of the end rail with a spin, and then it should open it. No, he's going for the combination right now.
It's there. Oh no, I don't think he's got anything now.
He's got a bank on the 7, or you can. He can't just move it out because he's going to leave the 9 ball. So if he doesn't like the bank, he's got to make the bank and then go back into the 12, 13. Or it looks like maybe he's just going to draw up to the 14.
He crossed it, and he double kissed it.
Yeah, got a double kiss.
There was a question in the chat room. What channel on YouTube do you know that is on, with those instructional videos that we talked about?
It's you just the guy who did it was that guy ABIE. That's his. If you know, I don't know what his channel is. It's either AB or Saint AB. But the matches, you can look up the matches. Scott versus Dennis. No, it was Scott versus Alex. Oh, Alex just made a great bank. Great bank. We had like Mitch Ellerman versus Ike Reynolds.
That's what I liked. You had good players.
Yeah, I think we had Scott versus Silver Ochoa, and then there was Scott versus Alex. Those were the 4 matches we did. Well, he made a nice bank. Doesn't really have a lot to shoot at. Got a 2-railer on the 15, but he's selling out the 3.
He's 2-railing the 15. Oh, he hit the point.
Yeah, the shot was just not laying right for him to be able to move his cue ball and get safe with that.
So he owes 2.
Now it's 1.
Now it's 1. Yeah.
Looks like maybe Dennis can spin bank the 4 ball and draw back. There's no loose balls in the stack right now, so as long as he doesn't let him see this 4 ball or the 9 ball, he's going to be pretty well protected by the stack. He's not leaving any cross banks. And he hit it 99% perfect. Except for one little thing. 4 ball's still there. Alex is probably going to have to kick in 2 rails underneath this 4 ball. Short rail. I mean the side rail. The good thing about this shot on this table is the pockets are so tight that no, I mean when you're kicking at this 4 ball, on a bigger pocketed table, the ball wants to scratch.
Yeah, less chance of scratching. Yeah, you're right.
He actually went 1 rail into that ball. So
And actually, with that deep shelf and the tightness of the pockets, there's a better chance of corner hooking the other opponent as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't play for that, but you definitely don't want to hit it too hard.
I don't think Dennis can see the 14, so that's in Alex's favor. He's got the 15 ball in a real good banking position. Dennis has to watch out for this 4 ball down here and don't let Alex see that and bank it. So he has to work up. Probably if he goes soft off of the 7 ball, he's going to move the 12 ball, and he may wind up selling the cue ball out on the 12 ball.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Especially if those the 7 and the 12 are frozen. Doesn't even matter. You can hit that real soft, and that 12 ball can come out a lot.
Yeah. All depends on if you can see the 14 or not. No.
Oh, he just moved the 12 way up table.
Yeah, see, he hit it with a lot more speed. He hit the ball a lot fuller, you know. A dummy like me, I was trying to just glance off that ball. But a real well executed shot.
A dummy like you.
So Alex has kind of got himself out of the break a little bit. He holds the ball, and Dennis has 4 balls, but Alex has a fighting position now. You know, he could maneuver around, and this game is still anybody's game up here.
Sure is. And it wasn't looking too good for Alex there for the first few innings of this game. That's a testament to how good Alex and Dennis both play.
Yeah, they're real familiar with each other's play. All right, so what's crept in here on Dennis's position is he's got the 9-4, but a combination from, say, up in Dennis's top corner right pocket, you know, he's not going to want to swing at that. So Alex always has that out to put his cue ball up there in case he gets into a really bad spot.
I wonder if Dennis sees that too right now.
So he's let him see the 9 ball, so Alex can just move the 9 over. He's got to be careful he doesn't run into the 4. The 5-13 combo doesn't go.
He may swing at this 9 ball actually.
Well, there's not a lot of reward for it, because if he swings at it with just the, I think the 3 ball's in the way anyway, but if he just played it for slow speed to his pocket, his cue ball's going to wind up in the corner, and if he makes it, depends on what you're looking at. He's looking at back cutting the 15 ball, or he's looking at the 12-14 combination, you know. So
he's going to do the same thing he just did. Not hard enough.
Can Dennis see the 14?
I think so, Trace.
Alex is trying to force Dennis into opening up to 3-7. And then by opening up to 3-7, then there's all kinds of balls there in the center string there that, you know, can bank. He's get more access to getting to the 4 ball and moving the 4 out of there. Once he moves the 4 ball out of there, he's going to solve a lot of his problems. But so now what does Dennis got to do? He's got to figure out how to keep from doing that.
It's funny because in the process of that, Alex is also thinking about how can I get strength to my side. Incidentally, Alex plays with Ariel Carmelli, one of our cue sponsors for the West Coast Swing. So we're happy to have Alex playing here for more than one reason.
He's coming in here tomorrow, right?
Ariel will be here tomorrow. Yeah, for the Cue Maker Showcase. We're stoked about that.
Okay, it's real good speed by Dennis, but he only gets about 98% execution because he's still 3 inches short of freezing him on the 5-13.
As luck would have it, also, isn't this amazing? Our good friend Saint Abe is in the chat room too. He's
okay.
watching, so let's say hi to him.
All right. Well, maybe he can post on the chat room what his YouTube channel is.
We can post the link to those videos as soon as we find them in the chat room. Great videos, and
wow, he took a big risk there. I mean, that cue ball looked like it was headed straight for the pocket, but real nice.
Yeah.
He keeps forcing Dennis to keep him off of the 4 ball.
Yeah, and now that 14's out of the equation.
Yeah. And so Dennis has to figure out at what point can he defend this position anymore and just maybe move the 4 ball away and just go, all right, we're going to put him up table and I'm going to get 4 from up table and make you make 9. But he still likes his position. But if he makes a little mistake on the speed, now Alex can just like kick under the 4 and kick it into the 9.
Make it all funny, and then nothing goes.
Looks like he's going off the 13 into the 4. No, he's doing something else now.
Yeah, he is.
No, yeah, that's it. So he tried to open something up that goes to his hole. The 7-13 looks like it's a combo. The 1-7-13 combo looks a little bit high. The 5 ball goes to his hole. The 6 ball goes to his hole, but the 6 ball also goes to Dennis's hole. I'm not sure if the 5 clears the 1 if he gets rid of the 6. But see, now Dennis is having to look at maybe moving that 4 ball because he can't defend anymore. And you see how...
I mean, the one thing he can do is just lag the 13 up table and play the same shot, you know.
No, but what's happened with that last shot of Alex's is that if Dennis goes over to the side rail, he may leave a bank on that 1 ball.
Yeah, he might.
And, you know, this might be a position that Alex would decide, I'm going to go for it because I'm going to get some balls. Dennis is looking at the combination. He says it doesn't go, so he's not worried about that. So now what he doesn't want to do is tie these balls up.
I don't know if I like that.
Well, he was kind of forced to do it. You know, I mean, what he has done is Alex has a 2-railer on the 6, and he can go into the 7 ball and get on the 13. The 9-4 combo to Dennis's pocket
looks wired.
Yeah, but
all Alex needs to worry about is his cue ball not going higher than that 1 ball, because that, like you said, that combo looks wired.
Yeah. So again, he's opening them balls up a little more. They're still look like they favor Dennis more than Alex, but Alex he's got the 6 ball on his side now.
Can Alex bank this straight in? The 4 ball off the 9? You know, not off the 9.
No,
but
I don't think he can do that because if he misses, he'll sell out the 6 ball.
You sure about that, Trace?
You were talking about banking the 4 into the 9?
No.
Oh.
I was talking about the shot he played.
Oh, okay.
But you're right. He does sell out the 6.
No. I thought he could bank that way too, but I thought you were talking about shooting the 4 ball into the rail into the 9.
Yeah, that is a shot. Wow, did you see that? He took out the 4.
Did some real nice work there, but he didn't get the 6.
Yeah.
6 is off the rail a little bit, so Alex probably just rail first, get it out of there.
Couple of aggressive shots from both players. Finally, after about 15 minutes in this match.
All right, now you look at it. Who broke the balls? Dennis broke the balls, but Alex has about 9 of the balls on his side of the table now. So, although he doesn't have the lead, he's worked his way out of the.
He really has.
Out of the rake.
And at this point, I think Dennis should just think about going up table.
Well, you know he's going to evaluate every time he comes to see whether he's got some kind of, bank he can make to, not just blindly go up table. Is he going to go one rail kick and onto the 1 ball? No, he played 2 rails, but he's left something there. He left the 6 ball out there.
He did.
Dennis wants to take it. Where does the cue ball go? Cue hits the 6, then it hits the 7, then where does it go?
I think
he's decided not to
declined.
risk it.
Yeah, he declined the shot. Dennis didn't fall for it. Even despite Alex's acting performance after missing that shot.
Well, I think right there was just an evaluation of where he's at in the match, and he's ahead, and why should I be taking risk? Maybe if he was behind, I'm sure he would have shot at that ball. Yeah. But he's ahead. He needs 4. Alex needs 9. So
looks like he's banking at the 6th, Trace.
Yeah.
Who does an up-table game favor is a question in the chat room. Generally favors. Well, go ahead, Trace.
I'm just looking at the way the board is right now, and while Alex got all his balls on his side of the table, he doesn't have any banking lanes, and so like a lot of times you probably want the most of the balls on the other guy's side so you can 2-rail him out of there, and because if you look. Alex don't have any banking lanes to make over there. The only advantage he's got right now is that if somehow if Dennis scratched, he'd have ball in hand and he'd have a lot of, he could run a lot of balls because they're, going to be real convenient on his side.
Mm-hmm.
But, I couldn't pick one side or the other for the advantage of the up-table game. I mean, they're so creative and
they both are,
and so accurate on what they're going to do with the cue balls.
Yeah,
banking the ball and drawing the ball and stuffing you behind something else.
Yeah, I think that generally with amateurs like you and me, Trace, the up-table game probably favors the guy who already has a head start in ball count.
Oh well, I mean it definitely favors Dennis right now because he is ahead of the ball count. But I mean, like who's going to be the best to be able to convert this? I really couldn't tell you on that.
We're getting feedback in the chat that actually Alex has the advantage.
Okay.
In this particular game.
Is that a certified expert we got that from?
I've got that. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Geraldine is saying no certified. They're certifiable, but I don't know about being experts.
So Alex is just going to spin off the left side of this 6 and move it back over to his side because the ball was creeping out there and was in a really good banking lane for Dennis. So
Alex still owes 1. It's 4 to -1.
Hey, did you get one of those wedge salads here?
I haven't.
Oh, because we're headed to a wedge game here.
Is that what they have? They actually have that on the menu, the wedge salad?
The wedge salad comes with the dinner.
That's great.
So, but
Here at Freezer's Icehouse.
So Dennis put that ball back over into a good spot for banking. Alex doesn't have, he just can't shoot the 12. One thing he could do here is he could shoot the 12 into the 4, like at 3/4 of the 4, and let the 12 just leak down towards here. But you got to figure out where's the 4 ball going. The 4 may go straight into the side. It may bank across to the same side Alex is on, or it may wind up down there at Dennis's hole.
That's actually, in my opinion, that's not a horrible shot, Trace, because guys of this caliber, they can play it with speed so that the 4 comes off the rail back and forth back to Alex's side. He's not going to play it though.
No, he's just going.
He's lagging down. Now here's a question I have for you. You're Alex. What are you trying to do here? You've got a wedge. Well, the wedge has opened up a little bit, but what are you trying to do? You're trying to come down one ball at a time?
No, here's the thing is you're looking for certain positions. You're not really exactly sure where. I mean, I'm not exactly sure where they are, but when they show up down there, you just kind of shake the balls around, and at certain points, a little position will shake up, and you go, oh, as soon as that guy does that, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to start getting balls down. What Alex needs to be trying to accomplish is getting one ball down like within his quarter of the table and get Dennis stuck behind a ball where he can't move that ball out. And then once you get one ball past the thing, then you can get 2 or 3 balls, and then all of a sudden it becomes way more complex to defend against all of those positions.
So you're just you're almost trying to distract your opponent, keep him focused on your pocket and not on his pocket.
No,
and wait for him to make a mistake.
No, you just got to move the balls around a little bit until something comes up that you can do you can 2-rail a ball and stick them behind the ball, or 1-rail a ball and stick them. You're not trying to make the ball. You're just trying to get it down into your zone where if he's going to sell out, unless he gets below the ball. And so once they make a move, then you can put another ball in play, and then that makes things it gets the ball rolling, and everything just it snowballs. You can get 2, 3, 4 balls in play. You can start making them in the corners, and all of a sudden, where all the balls were up table, now all the balls are back down table. Where if you get a shot at your hole, you're going to be able to get a lot of balls, not just one ball at a time.
I feel like we're panning for gold.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it is. Hunting, waiting for an opportunity. You're mining for an opportunity.
Yeah, you're looking for a shot that you can execute. There's no reason to panic. We're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, we are. Well, they're loving your up-table instruction in the chat room, Trace.
See, no, he
got
it. He was almost had a little block on the ball, but he kind of sold that 14 ball out. If Dennis needed to, he could probably cut that 14 ball. So that shot wasn't exactly what Alex was looking for, but it was.
Well, look, Trace, Dennis is looking at it. He's definitely looking at it. But,
again, he's got the lead, and he goes, "I don't have to panic, so I'm just going to move this away. He can either see it or kick it out of there." Yeah.
He played a very good cue ball.
Man. See, the problem with all the balls on Alex's side is that if the 9 and 7 were on Dennis's side, then Alex could just roll in the 9-7,
right,
and spot the ball up, But he can't do that because then he's going to leave Dennis a shot straight at his hole, a spot shot at his hole. Now see, he looks like he's trying to make the 7 and stick him on the 6 ball. No.
Who were you inspired by to play this game and get into this game, or who inspires you today?
Well, a guy I started playing when I first started going into the Golden 8 Ball in like '85. I used to play this guy named Jim Matney, who had learned
Jim Manley?
Matney,
Matney.
who had learned to play from Pete Glenn, who used to own the Golden 8 Ball. Well, Pete has his son Denny Glenn and Del Glenn and Steve Glenn. They own the fabulous Q collection. You know who they are, the Glenns?
Yeah, I think I met them at the Tar Studio several years ago. They had a bunch of Efrons.
Yeah,
Qs.
well, Pete was a really good player. He was a bank pool player, one pocket player from Ohio, from Cincinnati. And he taught Jim to play, and Jim taught me to play. He tortured me for years and years and years, you know. But I guess
$1 game back then must have been, right?
Yeah, but I really loved the game, and I just been playing it ever since. I like the thinking games, you know. I like 8 ball. I like.
We've seen you play 3-cushion billiards.
3-cushion billiards, straight pull. All right, he has a nice bank here on the 12.
He hit that nice. He hit it nice, but just a hair long, wasn't it?
Yeah, he didn't want to hit that. He didn't want to hit that too easy because he would have maybe sold that 14 ball out if the cue ball would have stayed up at the end rail. So he hit it with some speed. Almost got a little scratch there. Plus, with the speed, it moved the 12 way away from the pocket. I mean, he was still on the rail, and Dennis had a bank, but that's not a bank. You know, it's not a low bank.
It's not a gimme.
Yeah, it's not a gimme. He may.
He's got to watch out that he doesn't.
Go talk to Junior. Junior.
Just to remind people that Trace is also, he's got his hands full here. He was responsible for helping to move these brackets along and keeping records. He's a co-tournament director with Junior Flores, and you know. Ooh. Did he sell out the 4 ball? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Trace, you've got tons of experience running tournaments in the Arizona area, and I think I met you at Bull Shooters. You were running a tournament about 6-7 years ago. Don't remember which one it was.
That was probably
no, maybe 8 years ago now.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a tournament I added 4,000 to. I just liked one pocket, and it was a $200 entry fee, and I just wanted to add some money to try to motivate some better players to come and play.
That's the spirit.
Yeah,
it really is.
Scott wound up getting my the lion's share of the 4,000. He won the tournament. He beat Louis Ulrich from San Diego in the finals.
Yeah. Okay, so Alex is he may take this 5 ball. I think it's a fairly safe shot, and if he plays it right, he can double him up behind the 1. I think. No, he's just going to play it side to side.
Real nice cue ball though.
I think Dennis is. He looks like he's eyeballing this rail first.
Yeah. Okay, can't tell whether Dennis or Alex has got a good bank on this 5 or not.
Hard to tell. Tough bank.
He's got to get his cue ball. He's got to get his cue ball by the first diamond on the end rail there, because if he just shot and stopped, he would have sold out the 1 ball on a bank on that. So, see, he moved his cue ball down there to the center of the end rail. Okay, wedge salad.
the winner between Dennis and Alex Pagulayan will go on to play the hot seat match against the winner of Ian Costello and Josh Roberts. Not sure how that match is panning out right now.
I'm thinking that Josh may have won that because Ian just asked me if he could get a time on his next match.
So
the winner of this plays Josh.
That so Josh won. Josh is playing for the hot seat.
Okay, very tough spot shot from the end rail.
I'm really happy for Ian Costello, who he fared very well at the West Coast Challenge events, and
did he play in Fremont?
He did play in Fremont, and this is dead in the hole.
Chinsky, but I don't think he wanted that one to go. Could you see where his cue ball is?
I know,
behind the 3.
I know. He played a good safety on himself.
But see, now he's got a nice move here. He goes to 15. Oh, he's trying to make the 6. And stood up on him.
Boy, he is really he's firing him at him like a Polaroid.
Okay, so now this is a situation I told you. He made that ball. Now he's got a ball that's out in the open, and he's got Dennis behind the balls. So his next time, now he can make the 6 ball and get 2 balls down table. And you can, now you can start to get something working.
Going, yeah.
Instead of Dennis just, having easy shots, he's going to have to start to work a lot harder to defend his position.
Yeah, the pressure's mounting a little bit for Dennis.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about Alex Pagulayan here, probably one of the best all-around players in the world right now, arguably in the top 2 or 3 all-around players of the world.
Yep. Okay, Dennis got out of it, but he's going to get a little bit the worst of it. Now that 6 finally fell. Now there's balls are back down table. Dennis needs 4. Alex needs 8. And there's 2 balls down here. So Dennis needs to remember from this position too is that anytime he gets past the 14 ball, he's not in any trouble because the 13 and 6 don't go to Alex's hole. So,
right.
He has a lot of things he can look at and do and. So it's a little tricky down there. They're just going to play a little ticky-tack and trying to see how the balls will wiggle up if they're something good. See, now he's trying to maneuver that ball in so that he can put the 15 in there next at some point.
Oh, my goodness. Do you see what I see, Trace? There's a 7-5, possibly a carom, a billiard.
Yep.
And the 7 will track to the other side of the table.
Yeah, and then he goes.
This 5 may go.
Hides him behind the 3 and 12. That's the thing is it's.
We play good from here.
Yeah. It gets. It could be good for you, but it's also good for the other guy too. So
Yeah.
Just that slightest little movement in a little change in the way the balls are.
Thank you, Sydney B, for the super chat, the happy birthday super chat. I appreciate it. Says thank you for your continued hard work and dedication to the stream and pool as a game. Pool needs people like you, sir. Keep it up.
Amen, brother.
Thank you. Thank you, Trace.
Okay, Dennis feels like he likes it with some balls down table. He's got Alex stacked up on the 7-5. Now he's going to try to put him behind the 3-12, but he didn't freeze him up. So what is Dennis Scott from there. We got 4 balls on the line on the table plus the 5 ball. So now there's 5 balls in play on the lower half of the table.
So I mentioned earlier the 1+1 rule. I'm guessing you're probably not going to enforce it this late in the tournament because really the 1+1 rule was to avoid a huge wedge in the bracket.
Yeah,
correct?
we discussed it today before the matches started today, and we felt like we had a lot of time. And then the next thing you know, we've had matches that have gone on forever today.
It's true.
But,
Scott and Dennis did take a while.
But what we really wanted to see happen was, the play out on the table, not having to do it with rules and makes things speed up like that. So we eliminated the rule for today.
I also want to give a shout out to our man Eric Peterson, Fat Boy, who he said he made a little sweat bet on this match. And we want to thank you for your support. You've been supporting us here for. He's been sweating matches. A lot of these guys in the chat room and in the audience, they've been sweating the whole West Coast swing, and it's great to see, man.
Oh, how can you not? I mean, there's been some great pro players out here, playing these events the last 3 weeks.
My only question is, I hope after this West Coast swing, you guys pick up your cues and go play a little bit.
Well, I'm going to Las Vegas Tuesday. I mean,
you're playing the U.S. Open, aren't you?
No, I'm going
to the BCA?
I'm going for the BCA North American 8-Ball Championships.
All right. Singles, masters, singles.
Singles. You throw your Fargo in there, and then they tell you where to go.
Ah, yeah. Well, look how quickly this wedge has turned, and it's also going towards Dennis' side now.
Yeah, see, now Alex was able to get a bunch of balls down table, but he never was able to get that shot, so you got to wait till it comes around again on the guitar. He's got a pretty good bank at this. Oh, he's going to jack up and shoot it. I was thinking maybe he was going to shoot at that and go up table and try to get it up by the 4 ball. So if he could roll the 6 and get up by the 4 ball and maybe be on the 1. But he tried the stab, jacked up bank. Very difficult.
What's Dennis doing here? You think
maybe 2 rails into the 14 and have it bleed down into the 5 and 9, or no?
Uh-oh.
Now he's left Dennis or Alex a shot here.
Is he tempting him
to back cut this ball? He's looking to see where's that cue ball going. What's it going to run into? Is he going to be able to get on another ball? If he can get on another ball, then he'll go for it. But if he
Trace, do you ever do that? Do you ever play the tempter? Give somebody a tempting shot, or are you always trying to play safe?
No, Bernie always tries to play safe. I like to throw it out there.
You like to tease people once in a while?
Confuse a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
maybe
like
do a little acting on top of that. Look like you messed up.
No, I don't. No, I don't act.
Uh-oh.
That's a real unforced error.
That's a huge error.
There was a lot of things he could have done.
Well, this could be worth. Well, we can already see it. It's worth almost 2 or 3 balls. That was beautifully played.
Real nice stroke with that bridge.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean,
no jab, nice and smooth, went straight through the ball.
And he maximized all the space he had there. He came within millimeters of coming into that 9. If he'd have hit the 9, he wouldn't be shooting at it now.
Yeah. So
he's going to shoot the 14 next, or the 6, or the 3. Yeah. He's got choices now.
He needs 2. Little reaffirmation how many he's got. Okay, what do I need here? Is he going 312? Is he going 614? Looks like 312. Nope, now it looks like 614. Nope, 312. It's kind of like Geraldine. She couldn't figure out which match she wanted on the TV table today. 312, 614, 312.
Well, we had such good ones to choose from, you know.
Hey,
it would have been great to see Tony Chohan on his one-loss match. How did that turn out? Do we know the result of that match?
Tony he was playing Chip.
And did he win that match against Chip?
I don't know.
Tony beat Chip Compton.
Okay, that's it. First game goes to the RoboCop, Dennis Orcollo.
That's true. I want to remind you guys that these tournaments, these events, not possible without the help of West State Billiards, JB Cases, and all of the sponsors that you see on our scoreboard there. GoPlayPool.com for promotional support. Aramith balls, Simonis cloth, JB Cases, Ariel Carmelli cues, Kent Davis cues, Tiger Products. A lot of people have stepped up to support this tour, the West Coast Swing, which happens every summer. And, you know, is traditionally we kick it off with the Cole Dixon 9-ball, celebrating the life of Cole Dixon.
That was at Family Billiards in San Francisco?
Yes, sir.
Who won that one?
That was Jeffrey DeLuna won that one. He came in first place, defeating Tony Chohan.
He's playing freezer right now on the loser side.
Jeffrey's still in the one pocket.
Yes, of the.
How do you like that? How do you like that? Jeffrey was scared. Jeffrey was scared to play the West Coast Challenge one pocket.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he sacrificed a little bit of his time because he has family in Milpitas, California. So I think he took some time during the one pocket tournament not to play it and spend some time with family.
Okay, let's look at this break here, Daniel. Let's look at this break here. Not really too productive for Alex.
No, definitely not.
He doesn't have anything close to his hole, so Dennis has a lot of space to work with. I don't think he can see the 5-ball. He doesn't have anything to bank with, so he's got a lot of different things that he could do with this, but there's not a lot of super aggressive things that I see right now.
Got a question in the chat room from Commander Croc Dunn that asks if you remember Clem Metz from Cincinnati, Ohio.
I know, I've read about who that guy is, but I never lived in I've never been to Cincinnati. I've been to Louisville. That's as close as I ever got to Cincinnati. But yeah, he was supposed to be a pretty good player, that Clem Metz.
Okay. Yeah, you're right about this break. You know, if Dennis can.
Okay, looks like he's kicking into the 5. One of the problems here is it looks like the 6-ball is available to bank.
He got there.
He executed it, but the 6-ball may bank here.
You're right. This is a cross.
Yeah, I can't tell you whether.
I think there might be a double kiss on that bank, though. You think it'd be good just to come? Well, he's not playing this. So 3, 7, 12, bank. No, 6. You called it, Trace.
Yeah. Yeah, so Dennis really didn't play a very good shot there. He should have taken the time to go over and look and see where that. I mean, he got exactly.
Think it through a little.
He got exactly where he wanted to get, but it turns out that wasn't really where he should have got. 1 ball only, but more moving to Alex's pocket soon.
Well, you're going to see a good gathering shot here.
Well, he just really wants to make sure he's behind the ball. Okay, and he did real good. Got some balls pretty close.
Clem Metz was actually inducted into the One Pocket Hall of Fame earlier this year.
Was that from Steve Busch? Did he send that one in?
Yes.
Steve does a great job with the One Pocket Hall of Fame and onepocket.org.
Mm-hmm.
I read it every day.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, every day.
Call you? Why? Call you when I'm ready to play tonight? You gonna go see your dad? You going home? Going to Tucson? Sorry. We just, I forgot to say this. We just had a wonderful guest here at Freezer's Icehouse, Paul Feltman Jr., who's the CFO over at Casino del Sol in Tucson. He came by to visit. Probably had some family stuff going on. I think his dad, Paul Feltman Sr., lives here. And
no, he didn't come to see his dad.
No?
He come
to see us.
He come to watch the One Pocket.
I was actually asking about him whether or not he was going to be able to make it, but he said that they're breaking ground on an expansion over at Casino del Sol. So things are looking up for those guys.
That Paul Feltman Jr. has really stepped up big for the pool and billiard community here in Arizona. He's had the USBA National Championships for 2 years down there. He's had his USBA B tournament for 2 years down there. They host the Arizona State BCA in January down there. And so he loves pool. He grew up playing pool back in Buffalo. He grew up playing pool with the Hatchet, Dennis Hatch.
Ah.
They played pool they're the same age, and they played pool as teenagers, young teenagers.
Sure. Yeah.
He said he taught the Hatchet everything Dennis knows.
I hope he said that with a wry smile. Well,
I'm making that up.
Paul Feltman is Paul Feltman Jr. and his father, actually. They both play very strong. They're good players. And it's, we're blessed to have an advocate for pool down in the Southwest here, such as Paul, who opens up the casino for a multitude of pool events over the past 5 years. It's been great.
Here's the key to it. He's the CFO. The key to it is the F. He's the chief financial. So he lets that money out. He gets that money out to
us
to sponsor the pool players. But then again, pool players
they give it back.
They give it back in hotel and patronage there, and but it's a really big thing that he does down here. Well, as Thibodeau says all the time, he's ducking on the wrong side of the balls.
Yes, yeah.
Look at that, Dennis. Alex he has 10 balls on his side, and the 2 and 4 are neutral. And there's a.
Well, then he would have 12 balls on his side and the 2 and 4 neutral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, 10 on his side, 2 and 4. Yes, you're right.
So what goes to Dennis's side? The 4-8 are tied up. The what is that? The 15, 7, and 10 ball.
Yeah.
Does the 10, 15? There's no combination.
It combinates very high as well.
Yeah. So
like you said earlier,
like the most obvious shot right here is to bank the 2 into something. And just go up table and then, try to force him into a tough spot to execute. And then the next time you come to the table, you get all 8 balls.
He'd like to find that lane between the 11 and 14, the 5 and 9. You see that lane right there? He'd love to find that lane. But he's hampered a little bit, too. The 15 is behind the cue ball. So is the 10.
Yeah,
the
he's going to be shooting jacked up. But he feels like he's got a really, really strong position, and he wants to really nail the shot down.
Oh, he's thinning the 4. He's thinning the 4 ball.
Yeah, he moved the 9 closer to the hole. Now he's got him triple stacked on the 9.
He does.
He's double stacked on the 1. So now he's got to find that little secret lane. This is what he's going to do.
He's 13.
Yeah, exactly. He's going off the 13 and then get behind the 9. But if he doesn't, then he's going to sell out the 12 ball for a bank.
Which is exactly what Alex wants to hear.
Yeah. He may, if he goes off the 13, he may move the 13 into the 7-10, which would open up balls for Dennis on his side, which is good. But then there's going to be a lot of balls over there that maybe one of them may be able to bank to your hole. So he's in a tough little spot here.
He's looking at another shot too, where you can drive the 5 ball into the rail, and then I don't like that shot though, because you drive it into the 1.
Yeah, there he goes. He's going off where you thought initially there, Dan. How good is your ball speed? But he's definitely got to keep him up. He's got to get him behind the 9 where he's stacked on the 9.
He's got to get above the 9, not below it.
Yeah.
I don't like that shot. He's looking at the 5 again.
Yeah, 5 into the 1 into the 9.
I don't like it. If Dennis, well, he's the one down there.
Maybe he figures he's just in a really bad spot, and he's just gonna. Oh, what a
my
shot!
Goodness.
Hey, these guys are aliens, man.
Yeah, he billiarded off the 5. That's not at all what I expected. That was a great shot. That was a very creative shot.
Unbelievable shot.
I'd like to welcome my guests from Hard Times Billiards, Calvin and 9-Ball Bob. They're here, sweating matches. We got other guys from Bellflower coming soon. Mark Whitehead, Dave Hema. We're going to have some soak. Joey Chin's going to come and play.
Joey Chin, one of my favorites from the Rum Runner. I see every year at the Rum Runner.
Score adjustment. Alex does have 1 ball, and looks like Dennis is about to go into the orchard here.
Yeah, Alex tried to play rail first kick and cross bank that 1 ball, but he hit it just a little thin. That's a big time 1 pocket shot. If you don't have that one, you need to practice it, because it comes up and gets you out of a lot of trouble.
Boy, I tell you, Trace, Dennis just taught me a shot there when he played that billiard off that 5. He changed the whole game.
Well, I don't know if he taught me a shot, because I really don't know how he did it. I got to watch it about 8 times to figure out exactly what he was doing with that shot, you know. So he made the 1 and...
He may be 1 and done.
1 and done. Probably cut the 8 ball into the 3-13 area and try to
hide behind that 9-12.
9-12, yeah. He can't play the 3-13 combination because he sells out the 9.
How about the 11-4 combo?
11-4. I think the 4 don't pass into the pocket.
Yeah, you might be right. It's hard for us to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that, Trace.
You know, you ever go to the circus where they the acrobats, they say, we're going to perform this amazing trick without a net, you know?
Okay.
All right.
I'm following.
I'm working without chew right now, you know, which is even more dangerous because I get a little tense when I don't have chew.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean,
are you just dry right now?
No, I knew I was doing the commentary. And
you want me to get a spotter over to Walgreens for you?
No, every time I get the commentary, they always go, what's that guy chewing on?
Oh, I see.
He's chewing on ice.
I tell you what, next time these boys walk away, you take a little break, okay, Trace? I'm not holding you here for the duration. You're a free agent. You're a tournament director, too, so there's a chance they could pull you away.
Are they?
I got to go check on something. I got to go see if we got any Sharpies for the tournament board.
Meanwhile, Dennis is still studying the position.
He sure is. It's not uncommon for Dennis to take 3 minutes.
Yeah. I just don't see how he can't get away with not. He has to move that 8-ball. Where he goes from there, I don't know. But I think that what he probably could do is cut the 8-ball and then go 2 rails into the 9-12, where you try to nudge up onto the 12.
Flirting with danger a little bit, though.
Yeah, but nobody said this was an easy game, Daniel.
No, it's
What, you think you're playing with kids?
I want to play the guy that says it's an easy game. That's who I want to play. But I tell you what, One Pocket's gotten so popular now. Those people are few and far between these days. We got a lot of monsters playing this game now.
Everybody loves it. If they're head shaped right, they love it.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, he's.
I mean, he doesn't look thrilled. He doesn't look thrilled to be here.
He definitely has the potential to get in a lot worse trouble here, because I think that he's gonna bank that ball, the 14 somehow, and send it to the middle of the table and put the cue ball on the end rail, go side rail, end rail. Oh,
he meant to go off the 5. He was trying to.
is that what he was trying to do?
He was trying to thin the 5 and go down toward the coin on the, on the back.
I was screened by his body.
Top
on
rail.
that shot.
I mean, you saw him
Immediately, he was
just
disgusted
react.
with the way he hit.
Just disgusted with the whole.
Okay, now
Maybe he needs some chew.
I would, we got a can. I know how to score some, Okay, so Dennis is in a little better position right now, but still, the real key to this position is the 13 ball. Daniel, the key to this position is the 13 ball, because anything that Dennis does from up here, he has to keep Alex. He's got to keep Alex from banking the 13 ball.
He's got to cover that ball.
Yeah, he doesn't have any balls that are going to his hole. I mean, that are going to go. He's going to be able to make. Okay, here he goes.
Looks like he's going into the 11. How good's your speed, right, Trace?
Yeah.
That's not a bad shot, because he could create a little more traffic there, put the 11 somewhere in that vicinity.
I don't know how hard he can hit it. Does the 4 go over there onto his side where it becomes a real big threat, or now he's looking at? Is he still looking at the 11?
He's shooting right at the 11. Right at the 11. I like maybe crossing the 8 ball, bringing the cue ball 2 rails
the 11
behind
into
the
the
9.
3 ball. Oh, very nice.
Oh, that was a nice
Very
shot.
good speed.
I didn't think he was going to use the 8 there. It's very hard for us to tell, how to shoot the shot when you're on the opposite side of the table that they're shooting from.
Yeah. Well, the position is fast moving to neutral. Alex still has some pretty good chances of getting him in some tough spots, but he's going to have to start getting the ball in instead of just leaving it close, because then Dennis is going to be able to move him out real easy now.
Another mistake, Trace.
Yeah. Yeah, he was just trying to bank that ball real tight so that it would come in and maybe go off the 4 or off of the 9 into his hole, And then with his cue ball, they're hidden behind the 5. You know. One ball down.
One down.
Maybe the 3-7-13 combination. Is that he's looking at that, or is he looking at the 14-15?
I think he's looking at what you saw. 3-7, just a 3-7.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take a look at it. It probably doesn't go, but you got to take a look at it.
I think it does go. Have to hit it right.
But he's going into that 9 and 12. Wow.
How'd he hit it, Trace?
He hit it really good. He's got the 11 ball. What's he get after the 11?
Can he thin into the 10 after hitting the 11, or does he have to go around three rails?
I think he's going to hit the 10.
Yeah, that'll
Is
open
he going to
things
have
up.
the 10 in the 10 next?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See,
But look where his cue ball is.
That's the problem. Are you ready to make this one?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Dennis is another story, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I mean, and actually, he's better off shooting the 12 if he's going to shoot at anything.
So now he's regrouping. He's figuring out how many balls he's got, how many does Alex have. So it's 5-10, so it's 4-1 Alex. I mean 4-1
Dennis. Yeah.
And he's trying to figure out whether it's worth or not to go for this ball. He's looking at shooting the 5 ball, maybe into the 13. The 8-9 doesn't go to Alex's hole. Off to 4. Wow.
Hits a rail.
Cake. Trying to get him behind the 8 to hide the 10 now. I can't tell whether you can see the 10 or not.
It's possible the 10-3's wired. Is it not?
That's that 12-3.
12-3?
Yeah, I can see the 12 right. I can see the number. Can't see the color. I can see the number.
I think Alex is 3 railing the 5.
Yeah, and then
he's had enough.
Well, no, he's got a good cue ball.
I don't think he has a great cue ball, but look at this. That's a duck to him.
Oh!
Not the best cue ball, but if you're going to make it, who cares where you put that whitey?
He's smiling.
He's smiling because he really doesn't have a shot. He wanted to get on the other side of those 2 balls there, and because that's what he wanted to shoot at next. By the way, your friend Lynn from Las Vegas wants to say hello. Hasn't seen you in a while. Lynn, L-Y-N.
Oh, Lynn. Yeah, from Rochester.
Okay, originally Rochester.
Yeah.
Cardiac Kid in the chat room.
That's him.
Yeah.
That's him. Hi, Lynn.
Regular viewer on POVPOOL.
Oh, all right.
Cardiac Kid on onepocket.org as well. You know.
So you see what he did there? He banked a 10 into the 8-9 because the 8-9 didn't go.
And he took the 10 away.
Yeah, and the 8-10 combination probably goes. You know, you got to be accurate with it. The 12-3 don't go because he would have already shot that, right? So the 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dennis is giving it a thorough evaluation.
Yes. As you are giving it a thorough evaluation too. It's really hard to call what Dennis is going to do from this at this point of the game, because I'm still getting my head wrapped around how he plays from this phase of the game.
Oh, he's okay. I think he's probably trying not to make the 15, but hit the 15 and then land on top of the 7.
Well, that's effective.
Yeah, been successful there because.
I mean, Alex could bank for 4, but he sells out the 15 if he loses, if he misses.
Oh, is that the 4 ball? Okay.
Hello.
Little 2 rails first, off the ball, into the ball.
World class one pocket here. Both very similar styles too, you know?
Oh yeah.
Neither player is overly aggressive. Neither player is overly defensive. There's more defense going on than offense. But very, very similar styles. You know, I'd like to make a recommendation to people out there that are trying to learn this game. The best way to get familiar with the game and get good at the game, learn the most shots you can, is to play as many different people as possible. Don't just get into action with the same guy every week or every weekend or every other day, you know? It's good to mix it up a little bit, play different players.
Spread that money around.
So, yeah, also spread that money around on your journey to stardom.
Howdy do. Oh, only 97% execution on
yes,
that.
yes. Knock off some brownie points for him there.
Dennis looks like he's got a shot already, but I don't see anything that passes for a bank. He's running out of cover for that 15 ball on his side.
Yep.
Pretty soon he won't have any balls on his side again. It's a little soft under. Where do you go from here, Dan? Are you guys going back home? Are you all done for a while?
I'm gonna drop Geraldine off at home, and then I gotta spend a couple of days, a day and a half or so. I gotta spend a day and a half or so in Vegas. I can't stay long. But
why is the law looking for you up there?
Yeah, I got a court date, buddy.
Casino executives looking for you. Hey, what about this IOU on that?
I got a court date.
That table game.
No, I'm going to take care of some business over at the BCA Nationals. So I'll be walking around. I'll go and visit some of the vendors and stuff.
I might even buy you a beer up there. If I see you,
I will gladly accept. And then can I buy you one after too? And maybe I'll buy you a beer here when you're ready for one.
Okay, so Alex with a huge mistake, trying to really put Dennis in a bad spot, missed the kick and scratched. Now Dennis needs 4 balls, ball in hand behind the line. Which balls is he going to next, the 5 ball or the 4 ball? Is he drawing or going to the end rail?
He's drawing, which means he's coming out for any of those balls down there.
Oh.
I think the 12 goes.
I got so used to I was watching that match that he played Scott when he was in Beloit.
All right.
And I got
okay.
so used to watching Dennis when he would have ball in hand.
Like this.
He would make the ball and go to the end rail every time and come up with the position, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tried doing that. I could never make the ball.
Rather than come into the balls the way he's doing this way.
Yeah.
This is his game ball here.
To go up 2-0.
Yeah, to go up 2-0 against Alex. That does it.
All right.
All right, we've
Game
got
two.
another game here. Alex Pagulayan now is trailing 2-0 against Dennis RoboCop Julio, and
So Alex has made 2 mistakes, and it's cost him 2 games. Remember,
yes.
I don't remember what the mistake was in the first game.
first game,
But it was a big mistake, and it cost him.
cost him dearly, and he just erred here. So
This one, he was in a real strong position in this one, and he was trying to really cement that position.
actually, outside of that, I really haven't seen either two players making many mistakes at all.
No.
We've seen fouls, but those were intentionals.
Yeah.
We did see a scratch on the side from Alex earlier in this game. He broke that a little hard. That's kind of an aggressive style of break.
What is that, the 12 ball?
That is the 12.
And it looks to be available for pocketing. It's go time, Seinfeld.
I like that.
All right, 1 ball.
And much is the case when you play that shot off the break, you only get 1 ball out of it.
Yeah, but something good's come out of it. He's got a ball, plus he can see the 11 ball and move it out of there.
Yeah,
He can maybe move the. He can maybe cross it and go into the 9 ball. He just can't.
Yeah.
He can't shoot and stop there because he sells a 15 out, 15 bank. But
He did cross
how
it.
good is your cue ball?
Double kiss into the 15, and that worked out well. With the exception that Dennis has a shot on this 9 ball. Do you think he'll take it? It's only worth, well, it could be worth 2. But is it worth it to miss this?
I don't think it's worth 2. I just can't see that he can hit this, make this, and hit it hard enough where he's going to get on that 7 ball. He can go rail first and kick this 11 ball out of there and not sell out anything. He's looking at this 9 to make Alex think that
He's postulating.
Yeah. Posturing.
Posturing, yeah.
He's going for it.
Wow.
What a shot.
Okay, Dennis
What a
has,
shot.
he's got a bust to catch or something.
That's, that shot just ain't for normal people to shoot. I mean, who can shoot that shot like that and expect to get your cue ball into the rack off of the rail and still make the ball? When you're playing Alex Pagulayan at the same time. That shot's just
Pressure, many things.
That shot's for superhumans and idiots.
Yeah, the idiots are back in the chair while the superhumans are still at the table.
I think I just come up with a new shirt for.
That shot's for superhumans and idiots?
Yeah, for Adam Kroll's shirt design. That
you
shot's
go,
for superhumans and idiots.
Big time threads right there, buddy.
So he's got 1.
He's got 1.
He's got 1, and was he looking at banking this 15 and trying to go into the 11 and make the 11 or move the 11 out? She's shooting the 15 into the 7.
Now, let me ask you, how much does that hurt when you have a ball sitting in your pocket and your opponent just runs out right in front of you, plays crosses and tough shots?
Listen, there was
how much does that hurt?
There was a great game today between Warren Kiamko and Andy Kuchar from Tucson.
Yeah.
And Andy had a ball in where this 11 is, and he had Warren behind the ball over in Warren's pocket. And Warren banked the ball off the end rail into a ball by his pocket, and then ran 10 and out. He owed 2 balls. While Andy had that ball hanging in his hole, and Warren was stuck behind the ball. I mean, it was just amazing.
If that ain't an insult, I don't know what it is.
No, I just, these guys just have such tremendous skill. So 2 reels first. Very safe shot.
I love that shot.
It's way better.
I love that shot.
It's way better that Alex doesn't make that ball. Now,
Dennis is going to 2-rail this, but he's got to watch out. If his cue ball leaks up, he's going to just play it slow. Yeah, that's the way to shoot it.
Perfecto.
Yeah. Don't play to bank it out. Just play to get under it.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2 more times like then you'll be able to play it. I got to remember that shot is for superhumans or idiots.
I think he can. I think he can hit this 3-ball, go into the side rail and back into the stack. I just think he's thinking about it for a minute. I don't know what. Maybe because he knows that Dennis is just going to play the same kick back. He's trying to think it through, think a few moves ahead,
Well, I mean, he's got to.
Or is he looking at? Does he think he might be thinking about kicking into the stack?
Yeah, he might have just looked at that. You say, what could go wrong with this shot? And then you shoot it and you find out what could go wrong with it,
Don't you love that?
So for Dennis's side, he's got the 8-ball and the 6-ball are hanging out where from up table, those are makeable balls. He's really got to give. Oh, it was a nice solution there. He found that big catcher's mitt right there with the 3-4 ball.
Yeah.
And so, like you say, maybe Dennis goes with the same shot, but this shot isn't always easy. You gotta.
It's not. I mean, look.
Dennis, whose ball is that down there?
Two to 1, Alex.
So that almost paid off for Alex there. He,
almost did,
Dennis
but
almost made
maybe it has paid off. Maybe Alex can just thin this and take the cue ball up table and use the 10 and the 15 for cover.
Well, I don't think he can thin it and keep the ball there
and still get the cue ball back that far.
Get past the 15 and 10. If the 15 and 10 weren't there, he could do that shot, but he's got to run into the 15 ball.
Extreme spin? You don't think so? Because you know how a spin takes off on the rail?
I know it, but the 7 doesn't stay there.
He took a foul. Or did he hit the 7? No, he took a foul.
I couldn't see.
Took a foul. Wow, talk about protecting your position. I would have never expected him to take a foul right there.
Okay.
Maybe the other way, take a foul, go back into the catcher's mitt with a kick shot, but...
Well, you see, that was better for Alex. I mean, with the spot that he got to is better for Alex because he can't. If he puts him back in, if he takes a foul, kicks back into the catcher's mitt, it gives Dennis the same shot again, right? He's going to be a little bit better at it this time than he was the last time. This way, he had to shoot a different shot at him.
Yeah. Well, I feel like in this match, this is the first time we're really getting to see Alex protect his position as opposed to Dennis protecting his position.
Yeah.
So let's see how Dennis handles this. I mean, Dennis was trying to protect, or Alex was trying to protect his position in the last one, but it was kind of up table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, what's Alex's job? Alex's job is protect that 7 ball at all costs. That's my biggest threat. How do I do that? How do I do that?
Yeah.
You know, it looks like he may have an angle to bank the 2 ball into the 7 ball, but
That doesn't protect it, though.
no, it doesn't protect it, and he's got to get all the way down the table.
Just play the same shot that he just played.
Okay, one of the things that's changed now is the 12 ball is bankable.
I was just thinking that. And if Dennis wanted to, he could swing it around 2 rails, the cue ball, and go up table by the piece of chalk on the rail.
Yeah, how long do you think it would take Tony Chohan to see that shot
About
and shoot it?
4 seconds, maybe 2. Maybe 4 seconds to actually shoot it.
Yeah, Tony really likes that bank.
Yeah, he does. Actually, I have to credit Tony for revealing it to me, because it's not a shot that I would think of unless I sweat Tony for a good few weeks.
Alex is going to keep putting him back there. The balls are wiggling around.
Same shot.
Okay, now the balls are wiggling around a little bit. You see what's happened, though? The 1-2 got there.
You're right.
See? So it doesn't. Every time you leave the table, something has changed, and so you got to pay attention to see what it is. What is it that changed? Well, look, that changed over there.
Frozen.
Bang.
I always love when the cue ball it's frozen to the rail. It has that extra bounce to it, when it just freezes to the rail, settles in, bounces up, bounces right back in.
Okay, now Alex is having a little more trouble trying to get over where he was before. Now he's risking going off those balls and going into the side pocket. He doesn't have that good angle to go get where he wants to because he can go straight into the side pocket off these balls. Plus, the 6 ball is over there where he could sell out a bank on the 6 ball. And again, he's got this lowest ball on this lowest ball right there. At some point, Dennis may, he may decide to go for it. Maybe he can go through this ball and 2-rail this ball into the 7 and go forward.
I predict scratch right there. Foul, yes.
I do not believe right now that Dennis in this position has shown a lot of creativity in one pocket. I think there's more to the position that he could be doing it here. And I think he's playing a little too passive for this, that he's going to get the worst of it if he doesn't, if he isn't come with a bigger shot.
I think Alex is doping the ropes here because if you think about it, Dennis is playing the same shot now 4 or 5 times, 4 times. Alex could thin off this stack and leave the cue ball high, up by the coin. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to make it a lot harder for Dennis to be defensive after that.
All he shoots is he shoots the 15 ball into the 7, and stops his cue ball right there. That's what Dennis has from that position.
No, but what I'm saying, if Alex does that move, he'll send more balls to his side as well.
No, because he's not going to hit him. He's not going to hit the ball thick. He's going to glance off the side, and they're barely going to move. He's not going to.
You see where he's looking?
I know, but he's not going to risk going through those balls and shaking them up where he might make one dead. He's just going to
thin it. Yeah. But I think the 9, 4, 3, 1, those are all frozen. They look frozen.
I know, but they ain't going to move very much. Let's watch.
Oh, he used the 8.
Yeah. He was trying to get the triple stack on that. But see, I think that he's gonna go. See, he can. He's definitely going to shoot the 15 into the 7 and draw his cue ball into the 14.
Actually, good things can happen for Dennis if he hits it right. Can you switch?
Dennis took a foul. He's on 2. Is he on 2 fouls? He's on 2 fouls.
He's on 2.
Okay, we believe he's on 2, but he has not been notified that he's on 2 fouls.
He doesn't get notified till he comes back to the table, though. Is that correct? For his
Look,
next shot.
It's 2 fouls. When they're on 2 fouls, I mean, one
It's
way
time
is
to
good.
tell him.
One way is good for one guy. One way is good for
The other guy. Tell him
right?
twice if you have
Yes.
to. Well, look at this.
Did he take a foul there?
He took a foul. He took a foul, but he wanted to freeze to the rail.
All right, he just told him that he's on 2.
Yeah, he's on 2.
Are we getting some open mic or something?
We're trying to get their audio a little bit. We have a mic that's set up for these guys. We keep it down for the most part because the music bleeds in.
Yeah.
And it makes us hard for each other to hear each other.
Okay, so Alex told him that he was on 2. He's got a little bit better angle at this shot this time than he did last time.
That's why Alex was so upset. Oh my! Did you just see that?
He fluked that one in. He did. I mean, he did because he gave Alex a little wave like, "Oh, I'm so sorry that that one
really,
that one
Captain Obvious."
Sorry, Daniel.
He fluked it in. Who says you can't get lucky in one pocket?
Yeah, good guys get lucky too, don't they?
That's true. I guess you. What did Billy and Cardona say? You play the right shot, good things happen. Play a good shot, good things happen. Something like that. Oh boy. I don't know if the 5 plays.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not too happy with the results. He's probably hoping to run into that 13 to stop him. So.
No, that would have been optimal.
Would have been able to get on the 12 ball.
Yeah. Alex had the upper hand in this game. Played it.
Well, you know, when he
played a bad shot, didn't get frozen he wanted to freeze to the rail on that foul that he took.
Yeah, that was he didn't like. I mean, he put Dennis in a pretty bad spot, but he didn't. He immediately recognized that he didn't get him exactly where he wanted him to.
So this just in, guys. Tony Chohan defeats Billy Thorpe. Knocks him to 9th, 12th place, if I'm not mistaken. 7th, 8th, actually. So congratulations to Billy Thorpe. Takes 7th, 8th. And do we have the payouts published?
Yes. 7th, 8th was a $300 paying position.
Okay.
$3,000 for first, $1,700 for second, $1,100 for third, $750 for fourth.
Those are not bad payouts for a 3,000 added.
$115 entry fee.
Yeah, basically.
$10
green fee after the 125. Yeah. So that being said, folks, Tony Chohan lives to fight another day, but he's going to fight today, next on the live stream table. And guess who he plays, Trace?
I don't know.
The loser of this match.
Okay, so these guys are third, fourth, and
oh no,
they're guaranteed.
What did he just do?
Tried to play the combination.
He just threw a broomstick at that shot.
He hasn't had too much to swing at, you know. He might be getting a little frustrated.
You think that's the case?
He's just been getting smothered by Dennis right now, you know.
I've seen this happen with Alex against Dennis before. We saw it at the West Coast Challenge last year or was it 2 years ago? No, last year.
Last year, yeah.
Getting double dipped by Dennis. He has a little trouble playing Dennis.
I asked him, and he said he wins his fair share of the matches. So
okay,
that's
well,
what
you're right. He beat him over at. Didn't he beat him in Iowa recently?
Yes, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Is he playing this a billiard, or is this is he cutting this ball?
Billiard off the 11 or 9-11 combo. Billiard off the 11, swing and a miss.
But he left him awkward angle combination to 7/8 of a 4 1/8 inch pocket. You know, do you want to shoot that one, or do you maybe want to try to bank the 14 ball if you can see it?
No, I like this combo because you play the cue ball to come down low, and then you bank the 14. Yeah.
Yeah, but even if the cue ball comes down low, if you don't make this combination, the 12 ball, Dennis is going to make the 12.
Oh, the 7 made it a big pocket. It came in off the 7, Trace.
Yep.
Well, I apologize to Alex if he listens to this later. Didn't mean to say that I think he has trouble playing Dennis, but that's just what I've seen on our live stream.
Recent memory.
Our live stream, and I haven't had the chance to catch him on some other events that he's played with Dennis. So,
well, I think it's kind of like this. If you just come to Phoenix, you think the sun never shines here because it's been cloudy for the last 3 days,
exactly.
Right? Phoenix, what do you think? The sun shines there? Every day I was there was cloudy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's right. It's good, good.
Jinsky. Okay, can he see the 7 all the way, or does he have to play the 6-7 combination, or is he going to play the 7 rail first? Rail first to get on the 9 ball?
Well, it's nice to have choices, Trace. You see the 9 ball? I think it passes to the corner, so he, remove the 7. That 9 ball's available now.
Yes, sir.
Which is under the stack.
Rail first.
Nice and soft. I think he played the 12 next. Oh, he's playing it harder. Uh-oh.
He still has the 9.
Yeah.
Now, but it runs into the 12 ball.
Oh, no, wait.
Or does he
Can he see
6?
the 13?
I don't think he can make the 13. Maybe he's going to play the 6. Maybe the 5-1-2 combination is available later on. No,
13.
13. Oh, I didn't think he could see it. See that it went. I couldn't.
Sure.
I thought the 2 had it snookered out of the pocket.
natural angle now to come under the 12.
He's got 4, needs 4. Quick check of the ball count. Okay, what do I need here? Let's go.
Well, you know, I admire that about these players. I've seen these guys check their ball count after their first 2 balls. You know what I mean? Like, we don't see that a lot amongst amateur players.
Maybe they're really hard shots and it felt like 4 balls, and you go, oh, it's only 3, only 2. Okay, 5. This is 6. Got to spank into the 4 and get the 3 ball off the 2. But 2 ball.
He'll be out.
Okay, here we are.
Yep, he's out.
21.
Dennis has run off a little bit to take a break. It's 2-1. Freezer's Icehouse. I'm here with Trace Kane, and I think he's going to go. I don't know. He looks like he wants to get up and. No, I don't, but I can get someone probably. We've been really enjoying Trace Kane here. You can.
That means you're extra
If you have an older table that needs restoration or would like to tighten pockets on a table to make it more challenging, we can handle anything here at West State Billiards, from small repairs to full restoration.
Sorry, I was trying to recognize our sponsors, but it looks like Dennis came back from that break sooner than later. And very pleasant surprise for us in the commentary booth. We're going to be joined with by Josh Roberts. This is fun because I haven't had much time to get acquainted with Josh, and I hear he's a great guy, very good player, and we're really glad he's here. How you doing, Josh?
Pretty good, pretty good. How you doing?
I'm great, great. So you've been having a good run.
Yeah, it looks like it. I got a little lucky and got past a few good players, and we're guaranteed third right now with 2 barrels, so we're sitting pretty good. I got to play the winner of this match, actually.
Yes, yes, winner of this match, and then the loser of this match goes on to play Tony Chohan, who you just had faced off with, didn't you?
Right. Dennis is in a bad spot here. It's very, very hard to draw down because of where his cue ball is. He can't. He's gonna have to bounce out and cover the 2 ball. See how he doubled everything up where he can't see nothing. Yeah, Alex had him in a pretty good spot right there, and he's probably gonna put him in a bad spot right here as soon as he figures out what to do. To be honest, I kind of like 3-reel in this 14 ball. It's a little dramatic, but he's got enough to draw across the pack. He'll probably just cut this 14 ball into one of these balls, push something over.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would be Alex's style to 3-rail this, but yeah, and that's an aggressive shot, very aggressive shot.
Yeah, I like it. He's just going to push something over and play safe, keep his cue ball on this side of the balls. I kind of like shooting the 14 into maybe the 6 ball and hitting it with a bunch of outside, so once it hits the side rail, it'll hit the bottom rail and reverse, and it'll go right back up the side rail. That's what I like. But these guys are a little unpredictable. You know, they take different shots. It's hard to pick out what they're going to choose, but we'll try.
He might play your three-railer, Josh.
No, that's a little bit aggressive. He really does. He really does have it though. It's a three-railer. He can shoot the 14 to his right, ranking at 3 rails, and he'll draw his cue ball across the pack. But he's not going to do all that. He's going to do something simple. Dennis is on the hill, so he can't afford him to run out here. Wow.
Look at that shot.
That's pretty strong.
That was strong.
I don't think that he intentionally tried to line up that combo. If you notice, he didn't point at anything or really look. He just shot one that way.
He just shot cue ball.
I believe he tried to hit the 11, but I think he was more so just pushing him over there, and he got a bonus
like
for
a
making
gathering
it.
shot.
Yeah, he got a bonus for making it. Well, he's actually got a decent shot on the 14. He can hit it with a lot of low outside and drop down on the 3 and bank the 14 over. I don't like him trying to do anything with just leaving the 14 there because Dennis is a shooter. And if you give him that option, he's liable to make it. He doesn't have to, but he's liable to. I don't like him going this way. Looks like he's trying to shoot maybe the 6 off of the 8 and just try to get it on through there, open some balls up, and draw his cue ball down some or back a little bit, try to get it on the rail. But I think that this 14 ball, he can control that easily. Just spin it with a little low outside and draw it down to the 3 ball.
How about cutting the 3 ball, Josh? Just thin the 3 ball and spin the cue ball around up table back behind the 14. You think
that would be okay, but those 2 balls are providing a lot of cover. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a wall.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
So if you move it, then that's a big gap for him to get in that gap and get behind those balls. See what I'm saying? Like if he locks him on the 14 or puts him right behind it on the rail, it may be okay. But I don't like moving those balls. I don't like, see.
And look how,
just like I told you, I didn't like doing anything but messing with the 14 because Dennis is a shooter, and if you leave him a shot, what's he going to do? He's going to shoot. So I like moving the 14. I think that was a shot. He could have easily controlled it without touching anything. The ball's laid in his favor, and he tried a little too much.
And there it goes.
Well, he's not right out. He's not out just yet. He's got to draw this ball. He's got to move the 5 and the 6, and then the 7, 10, 9 will go. So he's got a good chance to run some balls right here. 1 ball is Alex's.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to gesture to Alex just to make sure he has slept on his ball. He hasn't parked his ball.
We'll remind him.
It's Friday. It's Friday night now. It's starting to get packed here.
Ooh, Dennis almost missed that ball. Well, he's got a decision to make. He can go down to the 4, which is easy, or he can pop this ball and go across to the 7, 8, 9, 10 right now, because all of them go right now.
What do you like, Josh?
Honestly, Dennis plays good enough where I really feel like he should go to the 4, because if he gets on the low side or the high side, he'll be able to break up the 1, 3, and you can really get bad shape getting to these balls. Now he hit it great, but like a shot like this, he could have easily gotten on the rail, or something where it messed up everything.
Limited his mobility there. If that had happened.
I like going to the 4 ball because it offered like options, basically.
More options.
If you get on the high side of the 4, you can open up the 1, 3. And if you get on the low side of the 4, then you can go to the 15, 9, 12. You can come on around. See what I'm saying? So you had options with the 4. But he happened to hit it good enough where he could cue it low. And so he's running out. I think we should tell Alex he has 1 ball.
Yeah.
1 ball is Alex's, Dennis.
One ball is Alex's. Thank you, Josh. Thank you for sitting in too.
Yeah, no problem.
I've been here with Trace Kane, and he's been, been pulled back and forth being the tournament director here. So
I'm surprised you guys wanted me to commentate.
You kidding me? Why not?
Well, I'm more of a player.
You've got a lot of experience. If anything, we respect the players and try not to distract them. So if you feel like you need to focus on your next match or something like that,
okay.
then
I don't play anymore till tomorrow now. Oh, he fell down low on that ball. That's what he didn't want to do. He fell down low, so he's gonna have to go to the 15 ball now, or just take this 4 ball and play to clear Alex's pocket. I think Alex's pocket is all tied up pretty much.
Yeah.
I think he can take a chance and go ahead and go around to this 15. 1, 2 to the 3rd rail and just lay down somewhere around that coin, maybe a little bit higher. See where he's pointing his cue?
Yeah, and I'm seeing. I think the 1 does not clear the 3.
No, it obviously doesn't. He wanted to be on the high side of the 4 so he could bump that. He's gonna go all the way around, I think. Oh, that was a mistake doing that.
Yeah, he killed the cue ball instead.
Yeah, he was supposed to go around. Okay, so he'll have a couple of shots here. One shot is he could 2-rail this 13 and draw his cue ball to the 2, like let it hit the rail and just go under the 2-8, and he can 2-rail this ball. But Dennis, he may not do all that. He might just, easily just kick the 8, soft kick the 8. He can spin up under there and kick the 8 too, or even kick the 8 where his cue ball is going toward the 2.
Right.
Like really dig in.
Yeah.
He's got enough to spin it. But aggressive shot would be to 2-rail the 13 and draw his cue ball to that spot where I was just saying to kick to. I hope these guys can't hear me. I don't want to wake them up to any shots.
No, I don't think so.
Here.
We're good.
Well,
when they're at that end of the table.
I remember Chip saying that he could hear the commentation when he was playing. So he could hear it.
Okay.
So just a heads up.
Thank you. We asked them if anybody's distracted, please let us know.
Well, not distracted. Not necessarily distract them, but
tipped off.
You might You might wake them up to a shot that they didn't see.
That's true.
Right.
That's true. How would you like a high karate shot here? Just force follow the 13.
I think that's a little extra because if he doesn't, I think he could kick the 8 if he's going to do that. He doesn't have to do anything with this 13.
He's coming thin off the other side. Oh, I see.
He tried to billiard the 3 in, which that's okay because he got balls out of play. So, but Alex still has 4 on his side. So I think Alex is going to have to 2-rail this 1 ball, shooting it to his left, 1-2 rails, and going behind the 15 with his cue ball. To his left, 1-2 rails, high outside. It'll tighten up.
He's going 1.
He's going 1 rail. Okay, well, he's got to be careful not to hit the 13 here. He did that very nicely, which he didn't hit anything because of that 13. I like the 2-railer because he was almost guaranteed to hit those balls.
I think mostly he was trying to hide behind the 13 or just get up to the top rail there.
Well, Dennis can still kick at this ball, just spin in there. Wow, he got behind so much that he kicked the 2 and it bumped the 8 out.
Sure did.
Okay, so
Alex has got the 2 ball tickied it away.
Alex has got a shot where he can actually 2-rail kick the 3 past the 8 and go for it all, or he can 1-rail the 8 and just overcut it and bank it towards the 12, 10, and like that. But it looks like he's kicking. So he kicked at it, try to get everything up under there. So you're going to see Dennis just bank the 8 on his side right past the 3. You might even see him cut at it, but I don't think so. I think he'll
bank the 8.
Oh no, he can't even shoot at the 8.
No.
He might have to hit the 3. I think he can hit the 3 for sure. Looks like he can hit the 3.
He's shooting at the 1.
Oh, maybe he's going to shoot at the 1 and hit the side of the 12. He's got to make sure he doesn't touch the 10 though. Oh,
no.
okay. He's just doing damage control. Keep Alex from shooting. Stop his position a little bit. That'll definitely help. That was a smart shot. He didn't have to do that, but that was a smart shot. He had a lot of options besides that. The 2-ball was actually so close to the 10, he could have 2-railed it out, and the 10 would have stopped his cue ball. Alex looks like he's 2-railing the 15.
How you like this shot? Oh!
He almost hit it really good.
Uh-oh, Dennis has
well, he has an out. He can definitely shoot at the 13. And if he has enough guts, he can shoot at this with some hard center outside, or maybe even some low inside, and it'll go 1-2 rails behind this 8. He doesn't have to. You know, he can find something else to do there, but he can really hit this ball with a lot of speed and go 1-2 rails to the other side of this 8-3. Zigzagging his cue ball off the 13 cut.
He's thinking about his cue ball. He knows that
I think he's trying to do damage
could miss.
control.
Yeah, he could miss.
He's trying to find a way to just get out of this. And he does have a way to get out of it. He can actually kick 1-2 rails and just take a foul and just kick to the side rail past the 8 to the lower rail and maybe even get behind the 15. He doesn't have to shoot this.
No, he's not really shooting it.
He's going to shoot it and draw his cue ball to the end rail, try to keep it on the end rail where if he misses, Alex doesn't have anything. You see? See what he did? He doubled him up on the 110, and the 12-15 is not lined up. So Alex he doesn't have much.
Cut the 8.
Yeah, well, he ain't going to cut the 8. Now, he can shoot the 8 carom. The 8 caroms off the 3. Like, he can shoot a billiards off the 3 with top English. But he's going to try to spin this 13 down. Bank this 13 1 rail. I think I'll just go on and shoot this with a level cue. He doesn't have to worry about his cue ball too much. And he's not going to leave any return banks if he gets it down in that crevice. I think he should just go ahead and shoot at this and draw his cue ball up to the side pocket and just go for it. I mean, he plays really good enough where I don't even think he should elevate. I think he should hit this with level cue.
Oop. I think the cue ball popped up and hit the 13 twice.
Well,
he did
that to kill his ball.
Yeah.
Keep it near the rail.
Yeah. Not a bad hit, but that's just the way it occurred.
Well, Dennis can now just hit the good side of the 8 and lay it on the rail, or he can just kick at the 15, kick at the 10, 13. You know, all you got to do is kick soft at anything over there. As long as he doesn't hit the wrong side of the 15 and come outward toward the middle of the table, he's okay. So I would just kick deep into the rail and make sure you got one of those balls pretty good and got a rail. It's a pretty simple shot. Moving the 8 would mean that you could leave a return, so maybe not such a good idea. Well, that was okay, but the only problem with that is you could leave a return, you know, because those balls are all cluttered up for Alex. So
actually, Alex has more options now because of that.
Exactly. If I'm Alex, I kind of like just opening the 10-13 and putting him on the left
top
side
rail
the side rail. You don't want to put him on the top rail because then you give Dennis too much room to just come off the 15 and go behind the balls. If you put him on the side rail, then that shot's a little tougher.
Okay.
You know, and the 10-13 is open where he can't just go up the table and hide.
Right.
See? I like him just thinning that 10 ball and opening those balls and getting over on the side rail, far side rail. Right around that white piece of
the
advertisement,
white,
whatever that
the
is.
The West State Billiards sticker?
Yeah, I like his cue ball
That'd be
right
a good
around
position.
there.
That'd be a good position.
Maybe even close to the side. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just going to cross a 15 and go to the end rail here. Yeah, that's what he did.
He was reaching for your target area though there.
Well, see, the only problem is this is perfect to just cut the 15 towards his side and go behind these balls. He doesn't have anything, you know, to fear. He can, you know, he's got too many options. He could kick this one ball and drop down behind those balls if he wanted.
He could.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's given
right now.
Dennis too many options.
He's given Dennis position. So he's definitely hurt himself by shooting that shot. Alex is going to have to shoot the 3 out, clear to 15, and stay under these balls and let Dennis move the balls out. He's not going to have much choice. It's either that or take a chance of selling out, and you don't want to do that on a straight shooter, right?
No,
I think you
not
just
not
bank
like
this 3
Dennis.
over and keep the cue ball, virtually under the 8-12 where he can't see. He would have liked to have bumped that away a little more. So, all right. So Dennis has got a couple options. He can go ahead and get the balls out of play now, which I like him doing. But he has a clean shot to open those balls that I was just saying for Alex and put him on the back of the 8-12.
Mm-hmm.
And that would really give him the position to, get the balls out of play or win. Him shooting the 8-12 up the table, it's very simple, and it give Alex a lot of options. Maybe if he doesn't hit it just perfect. He's looking at doing something with the 1 ball, which would be okay because the balls are tied up. But anything with leaving the balls down table, I think is a mistake. I think he should play the score. Take advantage of the ball lead, get the balls out of play.
That's usually the wisest choice.
Well, I mean, he's trying to make something out of nothing. He's going to 1-rail this 1 ball and zigzag his cue ball.
Right. Why don't look desperate. You know what I mean?
But this is okay though. He can actually shoot this. There's no kiss or anything. There's no danger of selling out except for the fact that he's just leaving the balls down the table. That's the only problem with this. He's putting the balls down the table, keeping them in play, where if Alex comes up with a nifty shot or hits something good, then he can come back and win the game. If the balls are out of play, he's got to hit 5 shots.
Yeah.
Good. So I think him doing anything up the table is a mistake. Doesn't matter how good he hits it, or unless he makes it and gets out. He's making a mistake by doing anything going up the table with his cue ball. Nothing aggressive here. He's supposed to play safe.
Yeah, I like what you said. Just he'd be better off playing the cue behind the 8 and the 4.
Right. Staying on the rail, playing
take those
simple,
balls off the side rails.
Yeah. All right. So at least he put the 1 out of play on his side. So Alex is going to fix that. He'll probably cross the 1 over and drop down behind the balls. The billiard actually looks pretty good on the 12 if he can cut it thin enough and there's a little gap in there.
15?
That will go. No, he's not looking at that. He's looking at the bank. Yeah, he may be coming all the way around with his cue ball.
So Alex says he's got to go. 3 rails around.
That's a mistake.
That's a mistake because he's...
Well, he got away with it.
Oh, he did.
He got away with it.
He really did. Well, no.
He got away with it. Well, Dennis can open these balls, bank the 10 on his side.
That's what I was thinking.
And go under the 8 with his cue ball. He's trying at all costs not to open these balls. But there's a certain point where you got to just go ahead and open them. And his cue ball is good enough where he can easily just hit the 10 fat and go below the 8 on this side of it. Keep him snookered off all the balls. I think that's the shot. Just softly nudging those balls open, pushing the 10 out to the middle of the table, and getting down on the end rail right below the 8 to the right side of the 8 if you're on the rack side of the table.
How about this, Josh? Cross the 15 into the 8. And then leave the cue ball up table by that penny.
You can't. The 15,
you don't think that's possible?
No.
I look from another angle.
The 15 is like straight across, like there's no way to get it to turn down.
Oh, yeah, you're right. The 15 doesn't even pass the 10.
Right, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like it passes the 12, but you have to cut it real high where it might barely hit the 12. It might skim the top of the 12. You can't shoot that.
I mean, it doesn't pass the, That is a 12? I thought it was I thought it was the 4
ball on the 10 on the 8 ball.
I can't see the stripe on it.
Yeah, I can see the stripe.
I'm blocked by the 8 ball.
It's a 12. So Well, he's trying his best just to leave those balls closed, but eventually Alex is going to find a way to open those balls and get over behind these balls, and then the 10 will be hanging over in the pocket.
Like you said, like something nifty in this.
Right. He's going to come up with something. And you think about it, Alex needs 6 balls, and there are 6 balls below the spot. Thank you, sir. There are 6 balls below the spot. So basically, if Alex were to hit a good shot, he would be able to get out without any kind of real work besides the first shot to get to the balls. He actually has an option to 3-rail the 1. He can 3-rail the 1 and drag his cue ball over to the side rail and send that 1 ball right between the 3 or just at the 3.
He might be looking at that right now.
No, he's not. He hasn't looked at the 1. I'm talking about 3-railing the 1 ball.
Oh, the 1, not the
1 ball. Yeah, and just drawing his cue ball over to the side rail and the 1 3 rails around toward the balls.
It just seems like
the
the most
best shot.
obvious shots to play off the 10.
Right, the best shot is the 10. And I don't know what he's doing, but it's a mistake. He's going to leave Alex a shot. It's a mistake.
Well, yeah, because he's left Alex all kinds of options now.
Well, I mean, he didn't leave him a shot per se, but the balls are open. They're still all in play. He's got the ball lead, and that was a worthless shot. He couldn't get anything in his hole. He doesn't have Alex in a bad spot. It was really worthless. It was for a risk that he took for that. Just look at the ball position compared to how it just was.
And the outcome wasn't anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't worth anything for the effort he had to put in. So we'll see what Alex does. It's tough to do anything with the 1. To tell you the truth, I kind of like putting them on the side rail though, and just nicking the 1 and just putting them both on the side rail and letting them cut at the 15. Because the 10 don't bank because the 12-8 is in the way, and if you shoot at the 10, then you take a chance of selling out the 13 if it goes past, or maybe a bank if the 10 don't go exactly right. So
yeah, but he's looking at this 15-3, and he wants some strength to his hole.
He's going to shoot the 15 off the 3 probably and bank it towards his hole just like that.
Beautiful call, Josh. Beautiful call.
Well, I mean,
how do you like that?
That was really, really aggressive. And Dennis is going to have to come up with something, because if he just kicks the 15, the 12 looks like it possibly banks. If it doesn't, the 8 for sure banks. So Alex will have a couple of options if Dennis doesn't come up with something here. And kicking at the 15 means he's going to open those balls for Alex. That was okay. But now Alex has got the bank on the 1, or the kick on the 1, whichever one he likes better. Now it won't get him any shots. The shot would be to bank it into those balls where he just put his hand. If he could get it to nick off the 10 on the way in, or just hit those balls fully where all the balls are open, that would be a great shot. That would be what he wants. And he's done it.
Yep.
Look how
as
good
you
he hit
suggested.
that ball. And he covered him up.
That was.
He covered him up. So Dennis is going to have his work cut out for him now. He's going to have to, I think, either kick the 10 in or cut at the 12. Well, I guess he could shoot the 3 in and draw his ball back to that corner because the 113 is there. But actually, that's the shot. Nothing else is the shot. Just, shoot the 3 into the pocket and put it on the spot. Actually, don't even shoot it in. You can't shoot it in because then Alex can play safe off the spot and put him behind the balls and still cover him up. So Dennis doesn't want to make the 3, but he wants to draw his ball where he can't see any of those balls. Preferably, he'd like to hang it in the hole and give Alex no choice but to make the 3. Then he can get the 10 out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. You're thinking a few moves ahead, which is really how the game's supposed to be played.
Well, I mean, if you're going to leave your cue ball there and put the 3 on the spot, you got to look at what he's going to have from where you leave the cue ball.
Exactly.
So he'll have to cut the ball on the spot, side rail, and get behind the 8, 15, 12, and he'll be still trapped. And I think he doesn't want to make the 3. but he wants to draw it enough where he can't see the 10. Alex can't see the 10. Can't make the 3 though. If you make the 3, then he has an easy out. He has an easy safety. Yeah, that's no good. That's a mistake.
Right.
That's a mistake. Now Alex, now the 3 is in a position where he has to actually cut it kind of into the 12-8. But as long as he controls the cue ball and puts it on that end rail,
yeah,
then if anything, he'll end up having to just give him the 10 ball because it looks like the 15's a gap in between there where he can kick below it and give him the 10.
Well, good things can happen too, where he might have to kick the 10 ball in the corner, but then that might leave Alex with a return bank after that shot.
No, he's not going to do any. I don't think he'll kick at the 10.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about Dennis may have to do that and leave another return bank for Alex.
Alex is going to have to shoot the 3. He's really got no choice here. He's going to have to
into
shoot
the 10?
3. No.
Into the 10?
No, just
into
shooting
the
it
12.
into the top of the 12 and trying to get on the side rail and get to where he can't kick the 10 in. He's going to try to snooker him behind those balls, but he has to be very careful because the 3 is pretty much going into those balls. You can't cut it but so much before you're on the scratch angle.
Sure.
So, you know, he would like to be able to shoot the 3 off of the 15 and not even disturb the 12-8. In a perfect world, that would be the shot. It's a lot of right spin, so it holds up. I think that's what he's looking at. He's looking at trying to shoot it off the 15.
And
if he can hit that successfully, he may even make the 10. Like if he can shoot the 3 off the side of the 15. Oh, he's shooting a 3-way combo. It's lined up, too.
He wants to shoot directly at the 12.
12, 8, 15 is actually lined up pretty good, too. It's lined up pretty good. The 12 is going to come out 2 rails, so he won't sell that. Now he has to have some control on the 8 because it has to cut the 15 a little bit, so it'll bounce out. And the cue ball, of course. He's got to cut the 12 into the 8, so his cue ball is going to be going toward the 12. He could get a kiss off the 12. Shooting it off the 8 could get a kiss. He looks like he's cutting it thin where he's going to replace the 8 with the 12 and just hit the... Oh, he cut it too much.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he cut it too much.
This could be over.
It is over. This game is.
Yeah, well, this match is.
Oh, this match is.
Dennis is on the hill.
All right, yeah. Well, he's left him dead straight, it looks like, but... I mean, Dennis is a shooter. He can draw this ball really hard to the end rail and back up the side rail. Or just, you know, draw it back to where he is now and just take a cut on the 3. Which is really risky because Alex has 5 balls in his hole, so he'll get on the hill if he doesn't get out. And depending on where the 3 is, he might get out if he misses it. So
just got to stay smooth here. I think he'll follow. He'll force follow this ball. Looks like he's drawing. Well, he's lining up for...
He's going to kick the 10 out. He didn't even take a chance.
Yeah, or just make the 10.
No, he can kick it out comfortably. Yeah, he's going to make it, but he could have kicked it out comfortably.
Make it, and then just stick him behind the 15.
Up. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Well, if Alex can get out of this, he's got balls on his side, so... You know, all we need to see is an error from Dennis, or from Dennis.
Well, Alex is in a pretty bad spot now. I think he's looking at taking a 1-rail kick up into the corner and taking a scratch to preserve his ball position. 1 rail up in between the 12-3 and try to put him in the top corner. And I don't know how much that will preserve his position, but it'll be a lot better than where he is now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you got that
he's
right,
taking
Josh.
a 2-rail scratch in the opposite corner. He's going to dare Dennis to shoot.
Yeah, he is daring him, isn't he?
But
and you know what?
I don't like that because he's got the angle to hit this with a center ball. Oh, he covered up the spot. Okay,
that's right. He's taking a foul.
Right.
Remember?
He covered up a spot. All right. Okay. I was about to say you can't dare him to shoot that. He shoots straight. Man. Okay.
Might have been better for him if Might have been better for Dennis if Alex had nothing to pay, but he paid the ball, so.
Yeah, 7-1. And Dennis is just supposed to hit these balls dead full and fall down right to the middle of the rail here. And, well, not to the middle, to the side of to the right side of the line there. He'd like to spin up under the 15, but that's a lot to ask for. You might leave a shot. And he hit it pretty good. He hit it pretty good.
I think he covered the 10, too.
He may have left a back cut on this 12-ball bank. And at this point, it's 7-1. He may have to shoot it. If he can cut that 12. 7-1 now. 7-1 ball.
I see.
Count. 7-2. I'm sorry. I thought
7-2.
Oh, he had 3 balls. I didn't realize he had 3 balls.
I didn't see that blue 2 either.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good sweat, I tell you.
Oh, he took a kick at the 10. He got the 12 pretty close, but not close enough. And he's got a couple of options. The 12 actually banks with some inside, a lot of inside. He can hit the bottom of the 15. And the 15, it looks like he can stiff that ball in. I mean, he really doesn't have to take the chance. This is his chance to move all the balls and get everything out of play. Just two-rail this 12 out and draw him up on the 15. And Alex has no chance. He can lock the game, but I think he's banking at this ball. Better make it.
Yeah, he better make it.
He did not make it. But look what he's left, though. He hasn't left much unless the 13-10's lined up. Now, what he does have
the 3
is a shot off the 3. He can shoot the 3 and go behind this ball in Dennis's hole. Now, if he could successfully do that and get the 3 near the spot, that would be a big shot because the 115 is actually lined up decent to shoot a combo. And Dennis would have to move the ball out of his pocket to get out of there or take a foul, which he definitely wants to stay on 7. Alex may be shooting this bank and just say, screw it all, let's just go for it. Yeah, he did. And
he's in.
Ginned it. Well, the problem with shooting this combo is the 115 is off angle. If he makes the combo, the 1's coming out. And he's a little on the wrong side of the 1, so his cue ball is going toward the rail if he makes the combo. So that means the 1's going to go towards like the spot, the line area, towards Dennis's ball.
It might even cover him.
Now, I can't see how good that 13, 10, 15 is lined up, but from here it looks pretty good.
I think Alex is just going to, he wants to surrender.
I think he
and
should
just
at least
send
take
it
a
out.
look at this. Take a look and make sure it's not, it's not that. It can't be. He didn't even take a second look.
Safe shots to just clear this ball, but then, you got to worry about the
you
15 ball bank.
You can't just clear it because the 15's there. He's got to soft kick this ball and leave it there for cover.
I like that shot, Josh.
He's got to soft kick this ball and leave it there for cover. Even if he doesn't cover up the 15, the 14 will still be there where he has to shoot a bank combo. I think he's kick crossing this ball. Yep.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
He hit it very nicely, but he's left Dennis a shot to clear the hole. He's going to slam this 12 ball into that 1, all those balls. He's going to slam this 12 on and all that. That would be my shot. I would hit this. I wouldn't even try to clear the 15 because you got to cut it and lose your cue ball.
Yeah.
I like him
just
shooting this with some inside and trying to hit the 10 first, and then it'll go into the 1, clear the 1, and the 13. Yes, that way.
Yes.
See, because
and a good cue ball too.
That's blocking up all the banks too. If you were to happen to leave a return, it wouldn't be easy. Alex is going to shoot probably the 3-railer on the 10 ball.
I'm sitting with Josh Roberts, and yes, he does play this game as good as he commentates it.
Sometimes.
Here we go.
Easy.
Off the 15?
Easy.
No.
He's lost position now. Dennis is going to be able to move this 12 and put him right under that 15, where Alex is going to be forced to either take a foul or move the 15 on the way out. He's in a bad spot, my buddy.
You like Alex for this match, right? You want the rooting?
I think he's the better. I think he's the better one pocket player, but Dennis' shooting ability is second to none.
Yeah, he's the guy with the firepower. That's for sure.
Well, Alex has a lot of firepower himself.
Oh yes, oh yes,
and the knowledge
Alex is
to
like
use it.
One of the best all-around players in the world, if
Right.
not the best.
That's what I mean when I say and the knowledge to use it. So he's
Yeah.
going to pocket the 13 and try to just lay under the 12 here. Soft, soft, soft. Yeah, just like that. Just lay on the rail. Limit what he can do. Limit him clearing his side. He's doing a good job keeping him off the balls.
He's containing. I mean,
he's good. He's basically just keeping him where he can't clear anything. He's keeping it where he's got the ball position. I like what he's done so far. He's thinking real hard trying to keep him off of everything.
Dennis has needed one ball for a good 15 minutes now. So
now Alex is, he can't get past the 10 shooting it. He's gonna have to bank at this 13 and try to get it down going around the 12 here. Don't hit the 10.
Oh.
Well, that's okay. Come out all right. He had the right speed on it. He hit it just fat enough. But Dennis is now going to be able to use the 13 as a battering ram and just bank that ball hard into the 10-1 and clear those while leaving the 15 there, still blocking up the banks. Or he could just soft kick the 15 because everything's up high. So if he soft kicked the 15, he wouldn't sell out anything. He would probably tie up the 15-1 where they didn't go. But the aggressive shot is to bank the 13 hard into the 10 first, 1, 10-1. Or maybe even try to split the gap would be ideal. That was aggressive. That was very, very aggressive. So
he's moved it. He's moved everything.
Yeah, he moved it pretty good. He's probably going to have to... Oh, he's going to one rail the 13, try to thread the needle here. He's got a good gap. It's a good gap in between the 15-1. It may go.
Oh, my goodness, Josh.
Look how good he hit that ball. He got no justice on it, though. He got covered up off the 10. He's got to elevate to make the 15. But, you know, he's got nothing to lose here rolling at this 15. The cue ball is naturally going to stay above the 1, so if he can just hit this at a good lag speed and make it, this would be ideal. Just like that.
Look how well he's
just like that.
Striking the ball. Look how well he's striking the ball.
Well, Alex is not out of this game. He's got 4 balls with 1 hanging. Dennis is, if he's smart, he'll give him this ball. He's going to try to get it out. He's going to try to get it out, I think, but he's supposed to give him this ball. Okay, all right, he did. He gave him the ball. All right, so 5-3. No justice, buddy, no justice. All right, so
Alex is looking over at Josh and me saying, this is torture, man."
He's okay. He's okay. One thing he does have on his side is the good experience. So I think we'll see Alex just cross the 12, putting the 12 on his side of the table and leaving the 10-1 there because the 10 doesn't bank past the 1. You see, so he'd be forced to shoot like a 2-railer, just like that. That's okay.
That was high speed, though.
That's okay, though. It doesn't matter. The 10's still in a funny spot where it's easy to hit the 1. Very easy to hit the 1 here. He doesn't have a good shot at the 10. Now, he could just take his time and bank it past the 1.
Right, just bank it flatter.
Right, and just bank it to the outside of the 1, make sure he clears it and put it down the table, put some pressure on him.
He's not looking at it.
I don't think
he's trying to bank the 12,
No,
Josh.
he's not going to bank the 12. He's going to he's lined up on pocketing the 12 and just leaving him in the corner there. You know, just making sure he's trying to keep Alex from gaining ball position.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He doesn't have to bank at a ball. He only needs 1, so he doesn't need to bank at anything.
Yeah,
he just wants to keep the ball position. So he's either going to cross the 12 or make it. I think that was a mistake. Alex is going to shoot this 10 and go around. He's going to go right around the 12, shoot the 10, go around the 12.
Here we go.
He's got to hit this with a high ball. Not too much outside. He's got to hit it with more just a high ball so it runs out of there. He doesn't want to kill his cue ball here. He wants it to get out of there.
He struck that good.
Yeah, a little wide.
A little long.
All right, so Dennis will be able to successfully take control of the table again. He'll be able to just two-rail this 10 towards the 12. He doesn't want to bring it all the way down. He just wants to hit it with like a nice little center ball speed and just get it down to the 12 and back up toward the 1. That would be ideal. Really, he doesn't even need it up. He wants to keep it on the end rail. That's ideal. That's no good.
That's way too
okay. All right,
short.
but he did his job though. He hit it hard enough
Hard
where
enough.
he got it out of there. He didn't leave a shot, so he's okay.
Fat boy Eric Peterson made a little sweat bet on
Now
Dennis,
the 10
and he
possibly
says,
two rails here. The 10 two rails around the 12. It's a risky shot, but no, Alex doesn't have to shoot that. It does two rail around the 12 though. I can see it from here. He's probably just gonna shoot the 10, bank it on his side, and lay down behind the 1. Yeah, just like that. This one ball actually banks though. This one ball
it does.
banks. Yeah.
It twists in.
Yeah, he can shoot that wide with a lot of outside English and turn it backwards.
Yeah, Alex knows it too. He got his head down, but
he needed that cue ball to bounce off the rail another inch.
If he shoots this too long, he may come off the titty here.
No shot of hitting the 12.
No, he may come off the titty though.
No, I don't think he'll even hit the titty. The titty's very small at this angle. You just got to make sure. Yeah, titty's very small at that angle. Unless you were talking about that titty. I thought you were talking about the side pocket.
No, I was
titty.
talking about the side
Yeah,
pocket.
at that
but you're
angle,
right. Yeah, at that angle, it's a low risk.
Very small.
Yeah, low risk.
Yeah.
What do you do here?
I think Alex has a bank on the 1. He can zigzag his cue ball under the 10 and one rail the 1 ball around the 10. I'm looking at the angle. He's got a 1. It goes around the 10 for sure. I just can't tell whether it's on the kiss angle. Do you have an angle?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That? Is it? Oh, no, he doesn't have a kiss angle. He can beat the kiss here.
You think so?
Yes, he can beat the kiss. He'll go on the top side of the 10 and then below it zigzagging his cue ball to the end rail. And the 1 will go around the 10 if he shoots at it. It's really a good shot. He gets shape on it. He just needs to make sure he hits it at a high enough speed where the cue ball hits the second rail at a decent speed.
Did you see him queuing up?
Yeah, but he elevated. Yeah, he elevated, so he's trying to hold the cue ball.
Yeah.
I think he can let it go. I think he can let it go and go all the way to the 10.
He's going to go for the 10.
No, he's not. No, he's not. It's too straight. He'd have to hit it too hard to get position on the 5, and surely he's just not going to sell out and give him the last ball. He don't want to do that. I think he's supposed to 1 rail this 1 ball. It's the shot. It's aggressive, but there's no kiss, and it would be dead worth it.
Alex has fought hard in this.
He's looking at banking the 10 ball, but I do not like it at all.
He's probably figuring if he just plays cue ball dead to the rail, that Dennis
really,
is not going to try to shoot at it.
He doesn't have an easy safety to defend either. He's going to leave a bank almost no matter what he does. See, that's what he was trying to do, is cover up the bank.
He did.
But he didn't, though. The 10 ball banks 1 rail. He can just back cut this. There's no kiss.
Swing.
Yeah, there's no kiss.
Swing the cue ball.
I don't know if he knows it or not, but there's no kiss there. You can just back cut this ball.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that. He only needs 1. He's going to cross it over, keep the ball position.
Here we go.
Careful of the 2 rail. If you can see the 1 that goes then 2 rails.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hit it with a high ball. It'll go long around the 12. If he can see it. You can see the 1. He's shooting at 2 rails. 4 railer on the 12, just to gain some position, which is okay. That was okay. Hard for Dennis to get that ball back on. Well, he can get it back on his side by 3 railing it. He can 3 rail it, banking it towards the side, Alex's side rail. Make sure it hits the bottom rail and bounces out, so he doesn't leave a. Oh, he cut it a lot. Wow, that was a little risky. Sort of. I mean, normally there are common shots in 1 pocket, and you don't usually see that
standards
played that way very much. No, I didn't like that. I don't like that because I think Dennis can bank this 10 ball 3 rails. And then even if he couldn't, he just helps him gain ball position. He didn't need to do that. He's probably going to bank at this ball 3 rails. Careful of the 1 ball, though. I don't want to clip it on the way in. And he hit that ball pretty good, but the tables are playing short, so he didn't make it. Now, Alex has a choice here. He can actually get balls in play right now. Either make the 1 and leave him on top of the 12, or he can do something with those balls to get him in play right now. I mean, he needs 3 balls, so it's a choice. He can hit this 10 with high inside, 3 rail it to his side pocket. Looks like he's hitting it with outside, and he's just going to 2 rail it to his side and 2 rail the cue ball to the other side. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. So Dennis will just have to he's got 2 shots. He's got 2 shots. He can cut this ball thin and 2 rail it towards his side pocket while zigzagging the cue ball towards Alex's corner.
Just like that.
Like that, yes. But he hit it a little fatter than I'd like. I would have liked to cut that ball a little thinner, sending it towards the side.
Bring it down into play.
Yeah, this ball, he actually left the bank. Alex can back cut this and bank it at his hole. It's a tough shot, but it goes.
He shot that in a way that if he does miss, he doesn't leave anything really. Well, he's leaving Dennis a shot here too.
No, and Dennis can shoot at it. He has to hit with a lot of spin and soft speed. If he doesn't, then it'll be a kiss, but he's just going to get it on his side. He's not taking any chances. He's going to try to just keep the game locked down. You know, it's a 2-1 lead right now, and he only needs 1 ball for the set, so he's going to wait on his good shot. And I don't blame him, honestly.
Oh, you're right. Absolutely right.
I don't blame him.
Wait a minute.
No, this 1 ball is definitely tempting, but I think he's got to cut it too much. I don't think it goes. Unless it's off the rail some. Now, if it's off the rail, then it will go.
If it's frozen, he's got to hit it real hard.
Well, I think he's just got to. I think he's got to cut it too much to get the cue ball out of the way.
Right.
Yeah, that's why he didn't even shoot at it. He just had to cut it too much to get the cue ball out of the way there. Okay, now we're playing the type of game that Alex wants. He can shoot the 12 and freeze him on the 10.
Just like that.
Well, I think he left. I think he left him. I think he left him on the spot. Can he see the spot ball?
I don't think so.
If he can't see the spot ball, then mission accomplished.
You mean
that's what he wanted?
If he can cut this to the, well, he doesn't.
He's just going to thin the 10 and get down. Get down here.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay. All right. So he covered him up. So he's done his job. Now Alex can play aggressive here. It's almost impossible to kick at the 10 and miss the 1. If he were to clip the 1, the 10 goes towards the hole, the 1 crosses. Now that's way aggressive. He doesn't have to shoot it.
What are you saying? Kick at the
10 into the 1. It will carry him off the 10 coming towards the 12.
I see.
And the 1 will cross at the same time. Listen.
I don't know why he played that shot, because I mean I played 3
He didn't
cushion
have it right there.
Kiss.
He knew that ball was a kiss. He couldn't see the corner pocket. He knew that was a kiss. Okay, so Dennis is shooting at the set right now to get to me.
To get to you, that's right, Josh. To get to me,
yeah. For the king of the hill. And he's done it. It's
wow. Josh Roberts, thank you for your insight on that last half an hour with this match.
No problem.
Best of luck
enjoy
to you.
commentating. I do it anyway, even when I don't have a microphone.
You're
on,
welcome.
So.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I guess that's why I'm good at it. I'm used to doing it.
Maybe we should put a wireless on you while you play this match tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't talk to myself when I play. You won't hear anything. It'll be all in my head. But I appreciate you having me, and I'm going to go smoke now.
Absolutely. I'll probably join you. Thanks a lot to Josh Roberts, who helped us close out that set. Also to Trace Kane, helping us close out or open up this set between Dennis ORCOLLO and Alex Pagulayan. We'll be right back. I think we're done for the. No, we have Tony Chohan versus.
Yeah, they're playing it down to 4 players tonight. There'll be 2 losers and 2 winners come tomorrow.
So we got one more streamed match today. and that is Tony Chohan versus Alex Pagulayan. We hope you don't go anywhere and stick around for this. We got T-Rex versus the Lion. 3-1 was the final score of this set. Congratulations, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Donnie Wessels with West State Billiards. Do you know we have been servicing the West Coast for over 70 years? We have just about everything you need for your game room. Arcades, poker tables, pool tables, shuffleboards, spectator chairs, air hockey, foosball, and have you seen the new Gold Crown 6 from Brunswick? Call us at 1-800-266-8914.
WestStateBilliards.com.
Hi, I'm Donnie Wessels with West State Billiards. Do you know we have been servicing the West Coast?
We at Tiger Products make the best laminated Q-tips in the world. Known for quality, consistency, and maximum control. Proudly made in the USA. Tiger Tips. The best just got better. To find out more, visit
TigerProducts.com.